Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very, very special stream. Today, we're going to show you how to play a number of games of Hubworld Aidalon. My friend Zach is over here, Jonathan back there in the booth. I think a number of the Hubworld team is watching, or should I say the Earthborn Games team is watching. So if there's any rules problems, of course, we can get some help on that.
There's not a chance we're going to make a rules mistake in a live play.
We played this a bunch, actually.
You definitely... Whoa, sorry, guys. Whoa, hey. You definitely won't use the wrong terminology.
We will do that constantly. Yeah. I'll do it constantly. So for those of you that don't know, if you're brand new to the LCG card game thing and kind of where all of this spun up from a little bit, there was a game, Android Netrunner, really beginning Netrunner, the CCG, from Wizards of the Coast and Richard Garfield way back in the day, and then it got rebooted by Fantasy Flight Games in the universe of Android, which is one of their IPs.
Rebooted and improved.
And improved. It really was. Mm-hmm. And that was Android Netrunner. That line of game continues to go on with a kind of nonprofit continuing committee that is Null Signal Games. And then a lot of the folks that loved playing Android Netrunner whenever they were at Fantasy Flight Games, notably Andrew Navarro, Michael Boggs, Corey, I assume, was probably a fan, kind of put their heads together and didn't I think expressly say, hey, let's make Netrunner again, but more like that's the kind of game that really should exist in a space like card games. It's a different enough kind of system that it really should have some representation in the kind of active publishing world. And I think, as far as I know, Corey kind of just like boop, 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 and then had these ideas and concepts and boom, and refining, and then all of a sudden, it's Hubworld Aidalon.
Well, boom.
Boom. Well, so there is going to be some Netrunner terminology that we use on accident.
Yeah, speaking of terminology, I've found a clearer way to express it, on my side at least, what you were just saying, which is...
That's
not that you didn't...
You should have told me before I...
Yeah, no, not that it's not clear, but it's just a comparable... So, to me, Magic the Gathering, first truly expandable card game, came out and changed the whole industry. And that type of game, where you have a life total, I have a life
Creature
total,
battler.
we're going back and forth, we're playing things to the board, and we have mana, and we have land and all that stuff, is like a genre of card game.
Yeah, big one.
And so, to me, Netrunner is an entirely different genre of experience. And what I really love about Hubworld is...
You're gonna not die on the hill.
I'm gonna die on the hill. What I really love about Hubworld is it captures... It's a genre, a feeling that's captured from the genre. Almost like you know a horror movie when you see it, or you know a spy movie when you see it. But it doesn't come off as derivative.
Yes.
And so I remember when we were doing a jam session to record games. We have a produced gameplay video coming soon. It's supposed to be tomorrow, God willing. But we were recording games to that, and at some point along the way, it's just that recognition. It's like it's so nice to feel this way again playing a game.
Yeah.
And some people don't like the feeling of this kind of game. I particularly love it, which is... It's just as important playing this game with you and the person, looking him in the soul and saying, is it in your hand or is it not? And then making a decision on the board based on that. And it's less head down focused. But yeah, and there's no life totals and all that kind of stuff.
I wish I knew it. I would call this kind of almost a hide and seek game. It's like there's fighting games, right? The DBZ line and the Flesh and Blood is kind of a refinement of that. And there's the creature battlers. And then there's, I'm sure, others.
There's probably like a positional one. Where you have like Summoner Wars or Sorcery or Gudnak.
But that's ultimately creatures still. Just a little bit more dynamic.
I think Wyvern was technically a positional one.
Yeah, it was almost like a strategic.
You know what I think we should do? I think we should potentially do a series of produced content where we feature a lot of these old dead games.
I like that.
And perhaps we even define all these genres of types of games.
It's a great idea. You must be a genius.
Yeah.
Hey, here is a preview deck for Hubworld Aidalon. You can get these on our website. Currently, teamcovenant.com is the way that you do that. It would be covenant.com, but we cannot buy the URL off of the tech company in Austin, even though it looks like they're not doing great. Honestly.
You know, they updated their website a couple years ago.
Did they?
Yeah.
You think they're still like a real business?
I do, unfortunately.
Ah, dang it.
Someday.
Anyway, go to our website, teamcovenant.com.
That's my...
They're free. You got to pay shipping. Well, this costs $0, but the gas in the delivery truck costs something, and it's usually
it doesn't cost $0.
7, 8. That's right.
It costs you $0. It does cost, but super. You know what? I'm so just satisfied being able to this exist. And the fact that Earthborn and Andrew were willing to take us up on this concept.
Yeah. 15 years in the making, man. Not just talking.
You can get these for free, plus shipping. But they're planning they're doing a crowdfunding campaign in the not so distant future. But just the idea that you could experience the game prior to deciding whether or not you want to back it and fund it, I find very valuable.
Yeah.
And when you're playing a game like this, which is intended to be an expandable card game, it's a pretty big decision to get into one of these games.
Yeah.
And so the more information and more experience you can have prior to that, I think is super helpful. So anyways, shout out to Earthborn for being willing to take a chance on doing this concept. Reaction so far has been very positive.
Let's get to the table. Let's see what this looks like, y'all. And everyone's keen to see it in action, more than just a tutorial of the game, but actually seeing it played. Starting out, here's the 4 Seekers. So in the deck, you're gonna have your 6 agents. So everybody has the same 6 agents and the same deck in these preview decks. So this is identical across. Zach and I will be using the exact same cards, but we will get to choose one of these Seekers to represent our persona in the world, and each of them represents a different faction. They have a really good description of this in the video, the preview video for GameFound. But basically, if I can, and this may be wrong, I probably shouldn't do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to go by what I remember from that video. This is, the blue faction is like the folks that moved in.
You're taking a risk here.
I got it, though. I got it. So Hubworld was the thriving, it's a lot of stuff happening. It was the hub of trade. So like a lot of the...
Do we know how public all this information is?
Yeah, it's pretty public.
Fine. Andrew may be sweating a little bit, but you go for it.
No, I think I watched it in their video, man.
Okay. I don't know anymore.
They have something like this posted on Board Game Geek.
They published the lore book yet? I don't know if that's coming, actually.
What about the Netflix series?
Collective. So anyway, there's this Hubworld. It's crazy. Everyone loves it. And boom, boom, boom. But then there's an alien race that invents teleportation, basically, where I can just like send you a booster box through a portal, and so now I don't have to sail through the Hubworld anymore. Metaphorically, space sail. So the Collective are the faction that brought that technology, and they're like, so they're like technologically, we don't need the Hubworlds they're pointless. Then we've got these are the orange faction. These are like the trade guilds, the old power centers of the Hubworld, right? So all of your old craftsmen and stuff. I think is the orange faction. And then green, I think was like the old like the rich noble people.
What are the names? This is Chairman Bopax.
Oh yeah, Chairman Bopax.
I knew the first two from the other game, but this is new.
Chairman Bopax. I think this is like the old money, if you will. Does that make sense in the world of the Hubworld? And then the purple faction is like everyone else: the scoundrels, the underbelly, the overbelly, the market. Just the folks.
Now, without any
What's
other
the name
context,
of that purple card?
That's Jaco and Ace.
Jay, go.
With art contributed by Andrew Navarro and Evan Simonet.
Story-wise, lean one direction or another?
No, I just like blue as a color, which is why I usually choose the blue one. Now, the other thing to note about these Seekers, they all have abilities. So every one of them has the same stat line, which isn't going to matter. So like that's not a decision point that you have to care about. But if we pull up, John, just pull up Abnus, and we'll look at Abnus real quick. There's 2 things that you should care about on these Seekers out of the demo decks, out of the preview decks. You've got what do they do whenever they tap. So this is the gain a shard. Abnus is gain a shard, collect it. They exhaust to collect. They don't tap, they exhaust. And they don't gain, they collect. A shard, not a credit, and not a money.
Yeah, exhaust. It's exhausting.
They exhaust
To collect
a shard. That's extremely important. Money's very good in the game. Money, the concept. And then they also have 1 ability. Now, our experience in these preview decks, abilities, like on Abnus, I feel like that needs a lot more in-faction support to really be good. Because you're basically saying, I'll give you a free access to my thing, and I'll take a card from you. So not a huge fan of that currently. But
but we do like money.
Goldie's ability, super good. Super good. Chairman Bopax's ability, super good. Super good. Super good. Free. Dude, once they have 2 or 3 heat on him, you just can get a free one.
Yeah.
If you can ever get a 4 discount heat, it's nuts. And then Jaco and Ace, purchase exhaust, gain a heat, gain 2, draw a card. A little push your luck situation, but it can be very good. Which one do you want to play?
I've been told I can't play who I played in the video.
Okay, the one that we're going to post.
People don't want me to have fun.
Can I play Chairman Vopax?
It is one thing to note is you can't see me. That's fine. The numbers on the right of the card. Those are not your starting totals.
No, they're your max.
Those are what you discard down to during the refresh phase. I'm currently going through the tutorial that we did that's going to be posted tomorrow and noting that. Because you did draw 5 cards at the beginning of the game.
That's a bold promise, just so you're aware.
You draw 5 cards.
Draw 5 cards, but you have to discard down to that number, which just happens to be 5.
In the refresh phase, that's right.
Yeah.
And like 10, you can have max 10 shards.
At the end of a turn.
At the end of the turn, which is
in
incredible.
the middle of a turn, you could have more.
Yeah.
Remember those Netrunner
3.
games, you know, where like your opponent has like 30 credits and it's like, okay,
I try not to.
you can run anywhere you want. You have your breaker speed out. Cool.
I'm going to play Jaco and Ace. Corey, can you confirm one way or another which of these characters is Jaco?
Jaco's got to be the lizard, right? You wouldn't list the lizard first. I think Ace is the lizard.
I think Ace is the lizard, but I don't know.
I don't know how they do things on Hubworld.
I don't assume.
On the
My
Hubworld.
secret goes here. You got any comments that are worth us seeing or engaging with before we dive into actually playing this, Jonathan?
I'm sorry, what? I was
Dude, he's like eating a cheesecake back there. He's eating a cheesecake.
I'm
For
sorry.
real.
Are there any comments that we should acknowledge prior to not being able to pay attention to chat anymore?
There is.
Because you get lost in this one.
Yeah, I saw one.
And if it wasn't clear, if you haven't already done it, go to the website, order the free decks, try the game. It's a brilliant, brilliant game, and you're going to love it.
Oh, this is the one. This is the one I was thinking about.
Clockwork Gadget. Having played some Aidalon, do you all feel like you miss this asymmetricality of Netrunner, or do you like the combo of playing offense and defense at the same time? Thank you for giving me a
It's
word
a totally different game.
that is impossible to pronounce. And I just ran right into it live on stream. Anyways, I don't miss it at all. I think this simplifies and or puts restrictions around what I would consider some of the less appealing parts of Netrunner for me. Like if you were comparing the two directly, and I'm going to try not to.
No one would ever do that.
Yeah. But the credit limit's a good example of this. But basic level, having us both have agents in the deck, having the agents not be worth variable amounts of points. We're both just looking for 3. It just streamlines it, and it's in a lot of ways comparable to something like Gudnak for me, where I feel like they were able to remove. They didn't fall for the design traps that I think they could have easily fallen for in either trying to capture what was good about Netrunner or in just designing in general, and opted to create a really clean, fun experience instead.
All right, let me show you the mulligan, of course. You start with 5. You can set any number aside.
It's the mulligan, right?
Draw that amount.
The good mulligan?
And then shuffle them back in. Now that's the mulligan. That's the mulligan for the century. That's the way you mulligan.
I love this guy.
Guy, huh? Ooh. Did you get that guy holding the paper? Informant or whatever?
Mr. Mustachio?
Yeah.
Yes, I did, and I love him.
We've had a couple of questions along this line. In case, like,
Yeah, sure. Sita says, gents, with the highly likely success of Hubworld Aidalon and hopeful release of more cards in the future, is there some kind of receptacle that I can contain these cards in? I also like stylized C's. I'm trying to think. Do we have anything around here that might work? I think it's in that. Right, right there on the shelf, top right. Yeah.
I've actually got something right
Oh, even closer. Didn't have to get out of his chair. What is this, Steven?
Well, if you can't tell from what I'm holding and it being written right here, it's a Bulk Box 3800. That is a card storage solution made of pure 100% unbleached, double-walled
Let me read
cardboard. And these were originally made in the UK, and we worked out a deal where these that we're selling are made actually in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So about as local as you can get.
Yeah, look at this. Manufactured in the USA. On the back of these, this is really cool, actually.
Yeah.
On the back of the Aidalon preview decks, it says made in the USA, which is notable because Earthborn's whole mission / vibe is trying to do things significantly more sustainably and friendly for the environment and the earth. And anyways, those boxes are made in Oklahoma and made of fully recycled material, and I can't talk highly enough of those boxes. I absolutely love them.
You do love them. You talk about them a lot, even just in our spare time.
Every week when Cedar asks about them.
You ready to go?
Oh yeah.
Even, I'll go first.
Even Steven. It's the tails all the time.
Steven. Now the first action, we get 3 actions a turn. We go back and forth. Sees 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. You can't make a delve on your first turn, not the first turn. Your first turn. Yeah. We got that wrong in one of our games, so I can't run on my first one. And delve, and Zach can't delve on his first one.
I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm sorry. We're just hard coded for running.
Hard coded for running, baby.
Chub Frog. Corey's already made his first correction. So
here's the corrections, Zach. Let me get you here. Here we go.
Corey says for you guys to practice, it's Aidalon. Is that not what I said?
I don't know.
Aidalon?
Eidalon.
I'm going to be honest,
Well,
Corey.
we're not going to call it that.
I'm going to call it Hubworld. For exactly that reason. I'm uncomfortable saying a word I don't know how to pronounce. I'll leave it there. Bear, the most dangerous part of any TC stream, my wallet's health.
I'm going to go ahead and stage card there in the topmost of my archives path.
And you're definitely going to flip one of those action tokens over?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that way we both know what's going on.
Let's do it like this. Okay, so I have 2 actions remaining.
All right, so you play here. I cannot delve right now.
Cannot delve. Man can't delve.
Oh, man can't delve. Don't love it, honestly.
Oh, we need money.
Hey, Zach, could you chance this one real quick?
Yeah.
What credits? Do we have a pack of credits? Can you get the Hubworld approved?
The
Hubworld
perfect compatible data tokens that are not available on our website currently.
Now that's CEOing.
Where do you want them? Yeah, I'm
Just
really,
put them over the rules.
we don't need these. I'm really fabulous at not making decisions that make money.
Yes.
Free decks. We don't have tokens in stock. Is there anything else we can talk about that we can't sell here today?
Need one in the ball.
Sorry, bring it.
Actually, you can. I have one up for you.
OXT1 saying, do y'all have a link for the black, red, white playmat? This one here?
That was a limited run, sadly.
Yeah, not available. But we do have free Hubworld decks.
Who's the financial?
How are we going to feed our kids?
Would you play the game? Right? People are dying to see
This is the game. This is the game. Yeah, I will. I declare... I gotta think. It's hard.
Yeah, he was gonna delve. He always delve. He used to just delve first turn.
I can't tell you how bad I wanted to just...
Man must have delved.
I'm a delver. I'm gonna install a card on my grid. Stage.
Thank
My
you,
God,
Jonathan. Thank
I. It's hard.
Do you peek yet? Are you a discovery guy? Like, would you look at that if you were running?
Not a chance.
Right?
But
it's always at Barbican Gate.
I think the right call is to look.
Okay.
Now knowing exactly what's in these decks.
There's not a lot that gets you.
The worst case scenario is not that bad, and it's only like 2% of the cards.
Yeah, true.
So statistically speaking, it's not likely that that's a bad thing.
True. Okay. Let's go. I would like to run at your council.
That's right here in the middle.
So that's your hand.
All right, walk me through it.
So I'm going to go, boom, there's an instant window here. Do you want to do any instance?
I'm good.
Any instance here? Any instance here? Any instance here? All right. We will begin the breach. I will decide to give you heat or
There
not.
it is. Yep.
I'm going to give you...
You start with 0 heat. And when you successfully delve, you can pay a number of shards equal to the number of heat they have plus 1. So I have 0 heat. Steven's going to pay 1. And now he's going to give me a heat.
And that heat is for all delves. So I would see, if I go back, I'd see 1 card from the deck, 1 card from the hand, 1 card from the archives path. If Zach has 5 heat, every time I hit the deck, it's 5 cards. Every time I hit the hand, it's 5 cards. If I hit the archives, it's 5 random cards.
So now it's 1. I see a question coming through. We wanted to try out 4-player. Where we need
I was trying to do
2 demo decks. So if you want to try multiplayer, you essentially need 2 separate people to place an order because you get 2 decks per order, so that you can play the game and try it. The game does scale up to 3 and 4 players. And conceptually, I haven't played it yet. I'm actually planning on playing it tonight.
Infiltrate.
And conceptually, the best way I've seen a game like this do it, which is you have to steal an agent from each opponent at the table to win. So you're playing 4-player, you have to steal an agent from 3 different people. Anyways, you just need 2 separate people to place an order, and you'll get your decks, and then you can technically try out multiplayer that way. You saw Infiltrate?
I saw Infiltrate.
Yeah, how about we just use it?
Not stoked on that one.
Over to me.
Over to you.
I'll return the favor. We're going to run your council.
All right, hold on.
Oh.
You can forge during an instant
Short top pins,
window.
3 players can play.
Yep, all good.
All right, I will pay 1 shard to give you a heat.
Okay.
And then I will play Infiltrate.
Reaction.
As you discover cards in a council during a breach, discover 2 plus 2 cards. So I'm gonna look at 3 of these cards.
Now, something cool.
Hi,
hey,
Maxine.
Something cool that you can do in situations like this. So, I think use your big brain on this. So, for instance, some of these seekers that have the collect icon on the draw. So, if I had 1 agent in here that I didn't want Zach to get, I could use these instants to draw cards after he comes through the council to increase the number of cards in my hand and hopefully decrease the density of agents in my hand, unless you just draw more agents, and then it's not great.
The fact that you're not doing that makes me think there's not an agent in your hand. But
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Actually, before I even get there during the instant window,
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna res.
Like right here.
What do you call it? Yeah.
Disagreeable inspector.
Not resing. The word for
Forging.
it. Forging. I'm gonna pay 1, and then if you look at Disagreeable Inspector, he has the little shard icon on the left. So I'm gonna go ahead and exhaust him to gain a shard. In case I want to spend all my money getting rid of cards in your hand, I want to make sure he got use.
Very reasonable.
So I get to look at 3 cards. Here we go. So
Who's your favorite?
one at a time.
Sergeant Cole.
Sergeant Cole.
Sergeant Pepper strikes back. Can't steal it.
It is an agent, but to steal it has a cipher. Engaged player exhausts the card in their archives path. I don't have any, so I can't take it. So
Now, if that cipher wasn't here, that cipher ability, Zach would just pay 1 and steal this agent.
Yeah.
Secure the agent.
Smooth handoff. She's
Uh-oh.
that card's so good. Barbican Gate.
Oh, my goodness.
He's going to the barbecue.
Discover icon. I gain a shard.
That counts when it's not installed.
Uh-huh. Anytime you discover it.
I did not know that was.
We're all learning together, really. Do you want to trash it for 4?
Wow.
You don't have 4, so that's easy to say no to.
Interesting. Oh, I can't. You can't trash agents. You can only steal them.
That's right.
I was gonna say.
If you break them, you secure them. If you break this, you exile it. If you break this, you secure it.
I don't want to do anything. You can keep your cards.
I mean, you may want to, but you can't.
And then I'm gonna put this in my exile because it's known information. But if it was not known and going to my discard, it would actually go to the archive. All right.
Okay.
Don't love it.
So I know that you're on a bit of a, the Cole's in my hand, but that's fine. That's fine. It's totally fine. Not a problem.
That was my second thing because I dealt.
Did I do a thing? Did I do my second thing?
You've done
yes,
your second.
Okay, check this out. I'm going to do an instant. I'm going to pay 2 to forge a telemail cluster. And that is going to allow me to stage 1 card. I'm going to stage this one. And for my action, I have more cards on my front row. I'm going to give you a heat.
Oh no, I've fallen for his trap.
And then over to you.
I gotta stop that immediately. I will. This is my last one. You got coal floating around. That coal could be installed.
You got a back-to-back here. Critical. Critical.
All right, let's go ahead and exhaust here. Draw a card.
The back-to-back is critical. So in the game, the first player becomes not the first player the next turn. So whoever is going second gets to go twice. So they can take the third action of that turn, then take the first action of the next turn, and then the other player will get the third action of that turn. So there's moments where you get these 2 action bursts, one at the end of the turn and then one at the beginning of the refresh, after the refresh. So that is where the money happens, where it's like you can put 2 actions together to do things that are bogus.
I'm just gonna install there.
Okay, and then before the turn ends, we can decide if we want to use any instants.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna back this up. There's a smarter way to do this. No, that's fine. That's fine. I will use an instant. I'll pay 3 for a Capricious Informant, and then I'll use the Informant to gain a shard.
Zach, would you say that's your favorite card?
Capricious Informant. It's one of my favorite pieces of art in the game.
Yeah.
Like, just look at that guy.
Would you look at him?
I'd trust him. Keith, this is hitting all the right dopamine receptors in my brain right now. Yeah.
Refresh.
Yeah, refresh.
Shard card.
One thing I really love about this game, the first player pass to me. Are we tracking that with anything? You want to do this thing again?
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's do these orange toadies. This is more vibrant.
Something that's not. Yeah.
Is how deceptive it can be in terms of how many shards your opponent actually has. Because like right now I have 2 on the board.
Yeah.
So even if I was out of shards, it might look like I'd not be able to do anything, but I can.
Does Jack on Ace have get a card?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Or that's the only secret that can get a card by collecting.
The Chairman Bopax can.
What? Oh, sure.
There's 2 that are card, 2 that are shard.
2 that are card, 2 that are
Which makes
shard.
sense.
Okay.
We're both on the cards.
Shard card.
Okay,
card.
mine.
Whatever you.
Mine? Well, don't love it. I know you got what's his bucket in your hand.
You can take a 1 and 5, baby.
Don't love it. don't love it. We're not in a rush. We'll eventually get them.
Yeah.
While I can, I'm going to delve your commons, which is your deck.
Nice.
And
And
do I want any? I'm gonna go ahead and first instant window. I'll just exhaust this to gain a shard
sure.
because I want to make sure in case it's 3 to steal something. I can do it.
Disagreeable.
I disagree with Spectre.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah, it's economy. Oh my gosh,
it's great.
1
They
for
have to pay
1.
2 to
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Basically 0 cost because you can immediately get the. Anyways, are you gonna do anything?
So I could during any of these instant windows, I could, and in this case, it's really kind of in terms of the game, it's pointless to even care about any of these. There's really just an instant window right here because you just zoom
Now
and then
you
we
might
decide.
you might have something that could like move into that space.
Yeah,
like
true.
res and stuff.
True.
So, but shorthand would be I'm delving here. I'll just go ahead and concede. Hey, I'm not gonna. Do you have anything you need to do before I get there?
I could optionally draw 2 cards here. Don't need to do that yet.
That's right, Max Heal. First player switches every round.
That's it. Yeah. So I will just say good.
I'm gonna pay 2 to give you heat, and hope that I don't see.
First access, infiltrate.
Mm-hmm.
Want to keep looking at that, or
Just keep going.
second access, dragon sword, 3 to trash.
Can't do it. All right, you're good.
You can't do it.
Dragon's Horde is one
That's
of the
the
best
one.
cards.
That's the one right there.
That card is stonky.
What else are you dealing with over there?
Matthew Garner. What happens if a player can't draw a card from their deck because the deck is empty? They lose.
That's right.
So don't do that. It's a lame way to go out. But if you can't steal 3 agents, or you haven't had 3 agents stolen from you by the time you're out of deck,
Something's gone wrong.
your opponent is very bad. And it's not like Netrunner, because if you look, I have 2 cards on my grid. Neither of them actually obstruct Steven at all. So if you pull up a card like Dragon's Horde, it's got a little barrier cost on the bottom. It's red. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
What's that?
Waterway Fairy.
Waterway Fairy. So if this were install or what? It's not install. I can't do it. Forged. If this were forged in your grid, and you encountered it, you would have to pay the red cost to go past it.
Yep.
You also have to pay the red cost to interact with it, like to pay the 3 to get rid of it. And so I have nothing on the table right now to stop Steven. And if you have 6 agents in your deck and you're out of deck and your max hand size is 5, there's only so many places those things can be. And there's only so many things your opponent can put up in front of you. So I find it unlikely that you would actually lose to that condition.
And you noted it, but it is worth noting that the barrier only counts on staged forged cards.
That's right.
If you get it out of hand, or if it's unforged and you peek at it, you ignore the barrier.
I'm going to delve here. First instant window. You have any fun things? Didn't really matter because we already used them. I'm just going to pay 2 to trash.
Mr. Inspector?
Yeah.
Don't love that.
I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to access 2. I don't need your heat.
Infiltrate.
Okay. Oh,
Anti-Ruth.
Look who it is.
Cipher cost and each player loses.
Okay, I'll lose an action. I'll pay 2, and I'll just go ahead and take that over to my side of the board. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure playing the game with you.
Okay. Mine?
Uh-huh.
And you have no
No money.
shards.
No family.
Perhaps you're 16.
Main camera's doing a dance.
We have to repair that.
Do we need to do anything?
No.
Nope.
we're good.
Right now,
As long as the top down's here, everything's fine. Thing's solid as a rock.
Sergeant Cole had a 1 cost, eh? That's right. That sounds about
I
right.
can't remember.
I can't either. I'll tell you what though. I almost made a just gargantuan mistake.
What's that?
I have to install something in my front row. Or you're just gonna use an action to give me a heat. And
Well,
I can't. That's basically giving you 3 free money.
Dude.
I'm gonna install here. Yeah, get out of here. I gotta keep an eye on that. Chairman Bopax is really good.
You really did a good one.
Yeah.
You figured that one out.
One of the games we were playing in our recording session, you were giving me a scenario where it's kind of like the capacity to make a big mistake. I didn't make the mistake though. So
I need the capacity to make money. My ability.
are we
to make-
talking shards or
my
US
ability-
dollar?
USDs?
USD. Or as the kids say, Bitcoin.
Oh man. Yes. USBs.
USBs.
Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be the first player next turn. Okay, understood. I'm going to do a smooth handoff. I'm just going to lose a heat and draw a card.
That was crazy. Who designed this? That's your last action.
It's my last action. You've got 1, and then I'll be the first player.
So you don't get a back-to-back
back
this
to
time.
back use, yeah. Auntie Ruth said, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's exhaust here, gain a shard. Let's exhaust here, gain a card. Oh, yes. I remember you. How many cards are in that beautiful hand of yours?
I have 5 cards.
Okay. I will install here.
Okay.
And then I will res Dragon Sword.
Oof, it's a good one.
And then I will exhaust it to gain 1 back.
You got it.
And then
Any other funny business?
that's the end of the turn.
I'm going to go ahead and exhaust here to draw a card. Okay. And then we go to...
Keith asked me about deck building options. So one of the cool things about... you can correct me if I'm wrong on this
Let me do
one,
another
but
card.
you essentially choose the agents that are going to go in your deck, and that's going to dictate the cards that can go in your deck. So as far as I know, each agent essentially gets you 1 threshold of that color. And so you're going to have the ability... You have to have 3 orange agents, as an example, to play the orange cards that have 3 on them. And you have 6 total agents, so you have to spread that around. You can run 6 different colors, or you could run 3 and 3, or 2, 2, 2, or 3, 1, 2, et cetera, et cetera.
It's a very good system.
Upkeep.
Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
Refresh. Shard and card.
Shard and a card, baby.
And then I'm going to discard down to 5 so that I can hopefully get some economy going. We love it. We love it. We love it. Discard this card. And
Truck Bog says, as someone who didn't play Netrunner, are installing and res terminology from that game. They definitely are. Running, installing, credits, resing, ice. Trying to think about what other. Trash. Technically, archives is a shared terminology in both of those things, although the archives here is a little different.
okay, over to Steven.
Old Steve Areno.
Someone says gain a shard. Do you need to gain a shard?
Did you shard? I sharded.
Who did? Who didn't
it.
get a shard?
I did.
I don't know if I did or not. And I don't
Every
want
time.
to cheat because I don't want Steven to have any reason.
No, because you paid 2 to res Dragonhorn, then you went up to 1, right?
Yeah, and then I went up to 2.
Yeah. I'm just gonna play Calling in Favors. I'm gonna gain 4 shards and draw a card.
Gustavo, I don't think they're printed. They don't have the influence cost on here. As far as I know, there's some updates too coming to these cards. The preview decks are very much preview decks.
Including the templating of the cards.
Over to you.
5. That thing in your front row is going to be nasty, and I can feel it.
Let's see. Is he correct?
I'm going to go ahead and draw a card.
A little instant. Just a little, hey.
Hey, how are you? I like that a lot, actually. I'll install here.
Okay, stage.
Yes. It hurts.
I'm gonna go here.
So, my money is on both of us feeling like we want to protect our hand for some reason, which could be indicative of the sipping sound. Oh my gosh. I will.
That was my last action.
Yeah,
also.
Jason.
Keep in mind. It's like calling in favors for 2 actions.
To do what?
To do calling in favors, it cost me 2 actions.
I missed that you played that.
So I just spent my 3rd. Yeah, you were. Yeah.
So I get 3 actions in a row.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. What do I do with all this power?
There's a Flaming Lip song that goes over that.
It's too much.
Yeah, you gotta.
I shouldn't have this much freedom, actually.
What do you even do?
I'm now confused. That's. I'm playing with fire here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that. What you up to? What do you think? What are you feeling?
Every part of me wants to just go so offense heavy,
Yeah, you should.
but I don't.
That's what you. The number one way to lose a net runner is not running.
You will lose if you never. Well, that's maybe not true.
And drawing the last click, that's also a way to lose.
That's less of a way to lose and more a way to look like an idiot. I'm guilty of that often. So
Hey, Steven, can you grab this one while Zach's working on his brain?
It's irrelevant to what row you stage the thing in, or as the stager, you can order how cards are encountered. No, it's relevant. So it's going to be a chronological, this one, then this one, then this one, and then access. So the way like Dragon's Horde is a good example of this, right? Everything gets +1 present, so essentially trash cost. That's adjacent to it. So Dragon's Horde is protecting these 3 cards and making them harder to trash. So the positioning very much matters. And you can always take an action to shift a card in your grid. So I could take an action to do this, or do this, or do this. Just swap if there's already a card there.
all right, here's what I will do.
We
Second,
gave him too many actions. You can't.
my brain was just. I'm gonna install here,
Oh, okay.
and then you don't do anything, so it's me. I will res Rory and Bug or Forge.
That's a classic Zach.
This is like my favorite agent so far.
Yeah, it's a good one.
You catch it, we catch it. It's on the card. In case
Yeah.
then you can't do anything, so I
Still.
will gain 3 shards.
Okay, instant up.
Let's just get some fancy in here. And I will delve your commons, and when I get there,
This one?
yeah, I'm gonna pay 2 shards to give you heat.
Okay. You'll see 2 cards. First card is an Eye Enforcers. You can trash it for 5.
Can't do that, so keep going.
Break it for 5, I should say. And lastly is a Dragon's Herd. You can break for 3.
Do I have? I won't. As much as I want to. All right. End of turn.
Shard a card.
Yep.
And then discard down to 5 if you need to. I could have optionally there drawn through, but I know that Zach's already got 1 card that's dead on the top of commons now. So I don't want to draw through. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 cards. I need to get a shard. Let's bring a 5 in. then you get the first player token,
Thank you, thank you.
and you get the first action.
All right. Well, let's just find out what Steven's been cooking. Don't you think? I will delve your council.
Council, we're going to res a canal network.
What's it do?
Cost me 3. It's a 2 barrier to get through. Shift an unforged card in engaged player's grid.
And that's just when you forge it or when I encounter it every time?
That's every time the hazard icon is going to fire, yeah.
Okay. And then the other icon is if I discover it. So if you don't forge it and I peek at it.
I'm going to shift here.
Oh, ouch. Yikes. That hurt me.
You're a savage player, Steven. So I have to pay 2 to keep going, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, I will. Let's just keep rolling. I'm not gonna pay 5 for that ever.
Okay, here.
Hold on.
Is Zach still smarting from that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Burying his dragon sword.
get a shard from this thing and keep going here.
Okay. I'm going to res Kaisar the Rat.
Oh no, it's an agent.
Kaisar the Rat. He is going to give me an instant shard anytime I need it, and has a reaction as you approach a district, exhaust, stage a card. So as I approach something, I can stage a card if I exhaust.
Wow.
And then 3 to get through, and then 3 to break to secure.
So I need 6.
6 to take. That's right.
That's unfortunate.
That's could have it.
That's unfortunate.
I'm also gonna instantly use his
shard ability. Yeah.
Steve has been studying the tapes, man.
I
He came to play
I'm
today.
just full of.
It's that Tamiflu.
Now, what's the rule on exhausted things?
Like,
Anything they still fire like normal, right?
there's a couple,
I
but
remember reading this. Hold on.
Can you
yeah,
skip
it's,
them or not?
it's
I'm
important.
not gonna use it then.
The barrier goes away. You can skip the barrier,
The red part.
but if you decide to interact with it, you still have to interact with it.
I think if it's tapped, you can
could
either
skip it.
interact with it or skip it entirely.
Yeah,
So I
that's
don't
right.
want that to happen.
Yeah,
I don't want
that-
Zach to have to interact with it.
That would be good for me. I will just face check against that.
Okay, you got it.
Over to
Kaisar
you.
stopped you.
Over to you.
Because now, technically, your next instant winner, you could tap him just as easily, right?
Yeah, definitely. Well, it only matters if he could get through and secure it before I have the ability to use the money. He takes the money. Okay. What else do we want to do? We need to get our economy going. Which is something that you have done.
You got the agent advantage, though.
Yes.
You've got one already. You know there's one on the board.
And I feel like the top of the deck is just so tantalizing. But if I can't trash the Dragon Sword, I don't want to go there.
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
Don't want to go there at all. And I got the back-to-back this turn. That's accurate?
Yeah, as long as you don't do another double.
You got some money on the board there. You gotta watch out here. We don't want to lose. Right?
Theo Water is saying, seriously, the simplicity is great here, in my opinion. I can see this game having legs if it can get over the LCG curse. After this game, I have a lot to say about that.
All right. Stay tuned.
LCG curse, and what is it? And how do we solve for it? But yeah, I agree. I think in terms of rule structure, gameplay structure, the simplicity they found, and the amount of depth that I think is available to this system is wild. That hand's got to be loaded, man.
I'm gonna stage.
We know Cole's there. I could do a 3-for if I get enough
Gotta get in.
get
baby.
enough cash money.
Come on in.
You know what I mean?
Come on in.
Woo! All right. Second action. No, it's got to be my third, right? I went first.
Yeah, sometimes we're doing them topsy downy and upwards and
Yeah. Because what have I done? I mean, that in every sense of the way I could say. I mean that
No, this is the first thing. Only thing that I did was just what I did.
So I delved first.
Yeah.
So I've only done one thing. This is my second thing.
Yeah.
I see it. Look into my mind. You have one. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Are we saying the greens are what we
It
have
is.
available? Like normal
I think
people?
we're just saying what we're saying. Green's what's available. So yeah, okay, that's fine. I like that.
Green is what's available.
I will install here.
Okay.
Clockwork Gadget's got something to say.
Clockwork. My brain is buzzing just thinking about these cards. Stephen forging that barrier and shifting the dragon sword over gave my brain the good chemicals. I think that's one of the things. Two really notable design choices. One is the actions are back and forth, and you do have the ability to spend multiple with some cards, but back and forth creates a very different dynamic on the table. And then the second one is the instant windows and the shifting that's going on makes it feel less like there are moments in Netrunner where I'm the corp and I have a server and I have something at the bottom of it, or either corp or the runner, and it's sort of, do they have what they need to get in, or do they have what they need to stop me? And it was a very finite amount of things I could do in that moment, whereas this feels a lot more open.
I'm going to instant draw a card here. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, and then we're probably going to stage. Let's see, if we stage there, boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's go ahead and stage this. Let's get here. We probably should try to keep that from.
I was ready to. I was ready to delve, man. I was just I starting to drool. I could ready to go. All right. Over to yours truly for my last action.
Or my last action.
You have one shard.
I've been playing on Timmy Wong money this game.
Low to the ground.
I'm playing low to the ground, man. Just make the runs that matter.
I'm just gonna gain a shard.
Ooh, ouch.
There's a honeypot in your council, and I just need the money to get it. You know what I mean?
I do.
I think that is loaded like a Thanksgiving turkey, man. It is stuffed.
Okay, now I really want the cash, but I feel like it's just an absolute waste of time. So am I going to get to use Bopax's ability this turn? Likely no, because I don't think I can trash anything. So I'll go ahead and draw a card as an instant before I take my last action. And
Jason, that's a pretty good bet.
And I will go ahead and gain.
They're doing a crowdfunding campaign. Currently scheduled. I saw them say it earlier. I didn't want to say it and speak for them, but seemingly April 22nd is when the crowdfunding campaign is going live. And it's the future of the game in general and what exactly it looks like is tied to that, right? How well does it go? What's the response like? I'm a huge fan of this. I think it's gonna be very successful. But presuming those things go well, etc. Yeah, you can imagine there would probably be a subscription down the line, or something like a subscription.
Something like a subscription. I took my last action, gaining a shard. I'm then going to take a number of instants, which you can follow up with. There's an order to this. I think active player does all of theirs, and then
you took your last thing though, so I'm just gonna cash out. So I'm exhausting to gain shards.
I'm gonna pay 2 to rest Dragon Sword. Toss that. Gain a credit. And then shard a card.
This is getting interesting. We're approaching the end game, if you otherwise couldn't tell.
I'm going to discard.
You are now
card.
the captain.
Okay. Then I get the first action. Okay, and Rory's standing up, yeah?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so you can exhaust at least 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 cash.
With 3 showing on the board.
Yikes.
We're coming for you. Kryzar.
I'm going to run here.
What's a run, Steven?
Let's delve. What's delve, Precious? I'm going to go ahead and gain an instant before I encounter that. Gain a cash. Going in with 4. I like 4.
I knew this is where I was going in this game, and I didn't like it. I'm having to play defense. It drives me crazy. Let me play Goldie. Let me out. Okay, I'll go ahead and res the Eye Enforcers.
Ooh.
So when you encounter it, I can lose a shard. And if I do, you archive a random card from your council.
One of these.
You're going to flip me off.
One of these.
Let me just do my credit math. Yeah, we're happy with that. Yes, I will lose a shard.
Choose an archive. Don't look at it. I will face check that.
And face check, for those that didn't play Years of Netrunner, is just not paying the cost and running face into something and stopping. So he ran into the Eye Enforcers and he's out. Okay, so my turn.
Yeah.
So I need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Assuming that's not 9 because of this thing. I need 9 to take Kryzar, and then
Because Dragon Horns increases the presence of anything it's adjacent to. So that includes the agent. Yeah.
then when I see Agent Cole in your hand, I need a 10th and a ready card in my archives because he was 1, right?
He was 1. Yeah.
And then we still aren't winning the game yet, even if that
You're
all
winning.
lines.
I mean, you have more.
You think I'm
agents.
winning?
You would have more agents.
Oh yeah, I'm ahead. There's a difference between being ahead and winning. You know what I mean?
I do. Yeah. Don't I really do?
You're ahead right now, technically. Do you feel like you're ahead on the true scoreboard of the game?
I don't know. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Fine.
You have stuff in your hand, so I don't know what that means. I don't even know. You have 4 cash. I don't want to waste.
Money's so tight in this game. It's crazy.
I haven't done anything this
Yeah,
time.
I've got 1 action spent. It actually matters more than it did in Netrunner because it actually doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not just your turn, their turn.
It's much more relevant. It's also because I did things on your turn. I forged something and paid. It made me think I had gone.
Yeah.
And I hadn't. So
Remember, put your hand down on the action token when you're about to do something. Like it's. That was very good following directions.
I am about to do something. I will. The old Netrunner trick was putting it what you were doing, right?
Why are
It's
you
like,
grabbing the one you already flipped?
I
You haven't taken one.
I
yet.
haven't
Okay,
gotten it.
okay. Yeah.
I'm just gonna gain a shard.
Wow. Weak.
Weak.
Oh my gosh. Terrible. Oh, I need money. I need money. I need money. I need money.
I don't have any cash on.
Money. What am I gonna do if I need cash?
I got to tell you, the interesting thing, this game is so different than the other games you get to play that I've seen. It's wild.
Yeah.
Wild. Like the grids are full, your banks are full. It's a completely different thing.
I can't tell if it's because we drew different cards, we're playing different characters, or we're getting better or worse at the game. All these could be true at the same time.
I'm staging here as my action.
I don't like hidden information.
I got one for you to read, Zach, on the screen.
Keith, old face check. That's a word I haven't heard in a long time. In a long time. I haven't heard that since. Cuts off sentence. I have to stay on target here.
On target.
I have to stay on target.
Those iron forces are beefy, dude.
They're beefy.
That's a
beefs.
problem.
It feels
8
lame.
to get through 'em?
It feels lame. I don't like playing like this.
Or 3 to get through them, 8 to get rid of them.
If I'm not being proactive, I'm just withering away.
Your grid's almost full, man. There's nothing left to do.
I need money to get in to get the thing.
You gotta have the money to get the agents.
Follow
to
the
get
money and look to see who would benefit.
First you get the money, then you get the agent.
New things
right.
have come to light, dude.
But it costs money to make things that make money.
That's right. Takes money to make money.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Got to spend money to make money. Grab an iPad on the way out. Have you seen that Parks and Rec? Oh my gosh. I won't dive into it, but there's a whole bit where there's these characters are saying you got to spend money to make money, and then they spend money in like terrible ways. Like their company is giving away iPads to anybody that visits.
Love it.
And then the guy's walking out. He's like, grab an iPad on the way out. Anyways,
I feel like you got your economy going a lot sooner.
Kinda. But I need this guy up for coal, and I need this up to not die. So it's there-ish.
It was like a phantom economy. It's not actually working.
Yeah, it's like owning a stock, right? It's like you technically own it and it's there, but it could disappear at any moment.
At any moment. And if you use it, sometimes it'll get stolen.
It seems wrong to just click shard, click shard, click shard.
That is wrong. 100%.
But I don't know what else to do.
Start exhausting the stuff with the yellow icons on it.
No, that is wronger.
I don't think so.
Like, I don't need to do that until it's the end of turn, or I'm going to do something with that shards immediately.
I so rarely see you so emotionally invested. It's just this is what I usually am. I'm usually this guy on stream. But maybe I
put
did
you on defense. Maybe this is the defensive position of both of you.
I'm uncomfortable.
Maybe I'm just a better Netrunner Hubworld player than I am any other game. Wow.
You didn't. I'm just
inspired.
There.
I'm
just going to be clear. The thing that you just said, I didn't say. You said it.
Did you just click for a credit?
Uh-huh.
I did.
Yikes.
Twice in a row. I'm wasting away over here.
Instant draw here.
Maxine, that's relieving. She's saying that sometimes you just got to get those shards.
I need money too, man.
Yeah. You're both just 16 in the middle of Miami. I get a back-to-back here, though.
I know.
I'm going to have a lot of money here. Just so we're aware. Because I have 4. Assuming you don't remove anything, I'm going to go to 7. End of turn 8. Start of my turn, I can go up to 11. So we are...
You're in the money machine.
Cooking. And you know what? I'm going to just bet.
The money machine is on.
I'm going to call my shot here. That card in the bottom, that corner of Steven's grid.
This one?
Uh-huh. That's going to hurt me. I'm going to be very annoyed when you move the rat.
The shifter?
I think it's the shifter. And
that would be a devastating
going to be frustrating.
Devastating thing there.
Yeah. Yeah, just watch. Key's saying the cool thing is you didn't have to do the demo decks for the fact that you did just for shipping shows that you care about the product you want to get out there. I can tell you right now, so well. Yeah, I'm so pleased that we get offered that and the excitement. I can't wait to hear
the card.
Everyone's thoughts this weekend when they get these in hand and get to actually enjoy the game themselves, because I think you're going to love it.
Okay, understood. I understand the assignment.
There you go, Zach. See, it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Even Timothy, is it Timothy Wong or Tim?
Yeah, Timothy Wong.
Timothy Wong clicked for a credit occasionally. The Timothy Wong.
Install.
Did Sergeant Cole end up in the bin? Oh, baby. All right, you're done for the turn.
I'm done. He's done.
3 shards, baby. Draw a card. Let's see what this is all about. And so we draw and then discard down.
Are we on the refresh phase?
Not yet.
Yes.
But so I have 6 currently.
Actually, yes. Hold on. I just looked this up.
Refresh phase, you do your shard card, and then you go down to your limit.
You draw and go down.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's on the sheet. I guess it's not on this card. On the quick
sheet
start
we dump the
rules.
tokens on?
Yeah. If anyone's out there that wants to follow along, this is the QR code that'll get you there.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Still
Stealth
9.
credits, 9.
It's
like stealth credits.
Well.
Jump down.
Woo, it's going to get me. All right, let's. Do the math.
Better math.
Yes. Put that there.
Okay, final action.
Final action. End of round.
Any instance or anything like that? I'm going to go ahead and do this one.
Well, let's see what you do first. You're the active player. I think you got to do it first.
Is that right? Did we decide that?
I don't know. I have nothing. No.
Okay, and then we'll do refresh. Shard a card.
Comments have been
So funny.
choice this fine afternoon.
Look at those grids, dude.
Oh, hello there. Definitely not an agent being discarded from my hand. Don't worry about it. It's not an agent. This goes to me?
That's right. Yeah, you are the first player now. Yeah.
Okay, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 9. But I need more than 9, DC. Because I have to be able to keep Rory dancing around.
You gotta dance, Rory. Dance, Rory, dance. You know.
Okay. This is either going to be the best decision of the game or the worst. You ready?
It can only be one. Yeah.
I'm going to call in favors.
Oh.
2 actions.
That's a stinker.
I'm going to gain 4 shards and a card. And pass to you. And then you're going to get infinite actions. It's like what you did to me earlier, actually.
You still get one after me, though. After this.
Yes, I get 1 more.
Yeah.
But I wanted the 4 so I could have a ton of shards going into what I hope is a game-ending delve into your hand.
That's the idea, right?
Yeah. I just want to end it.
That is the idea.
I feel like that's on the Hubworld achievement list. Single delve wins the game, and with heat, the way heat works, that should not be impossible.
It can.
You just like delve their council or their commons and see 12 cards somehow.
It can definitely happen. A bit of a pickle here as far as when I do all those actions.
That's how I felt. It's like, wait a second, I can do 3 things in a row?
Well, I get the sense that you don't... Like, you can't really res stuff. Like, I mean, you could, but why? Because then you can't make your game ender.
Has it all been a ruse?
A ruse. Okay. Just make sure that this works the way I think it does. Okay. Yeah. I see that. I'll see that. Okay.
This is a house of cards.
Understood.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a look at your comments there.
This here?
I'm going to start out by...
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna start here. Do you want to do anything?
Well, there's an instant window before we get there, right?
Yeah.
I just need a second
Yeah.
to consider what's gonna happen here.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Riddle me this. Let's say there's a face down card that has. It's definitely not an agent, but it's a face down card that's got a red and a blue thing. If it's not forged,
right,
you don't have to mess with the red.
That's right.
Even if you look at it.
That's correct.
But if you look at it and it's not res, you can just pay the blue and it's gone.
That's right. Especially if it's an agent. You would
and or it would like go into your score. Just clarifying. Okay. I will just go ahead and gain a shard.
Right.
From
I'm
this.
going to pay 3 to trash that bad boy.
Yeah, you are. Okay.
Let's keep going.
Let me think about my life. Okay. You have an instance before we get here?
Yeah, I'm going to get him money.
Okay.
A shard, excuse me.
Do you have any anything else?
No.
All right. I'm not going to forge. Would you like to speak?
I'll take a look, yeah.
This is the Waterway Ferry.
Oh, so you can shift. You can shift something.
shift.
Fascinating. Okay.
Yep.
Didn't want to pay 1 for that. Saving it for the shift.
Well, saving it for the shift and saving the shards for the game-winning delve.
And then I'll keep going.
You have any instance?
No.
Would you like to take a peek at this card?
Yeah. I'm going to take a look at it.
It's another
Oh, it's
Waterway Ferry.
another shifter. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to decide on the heat here. And it's really a big question. Because if I pay 3, I only got 1 left. That's not enough.
I didn't get it done.
Yeah, let's look at the top 2.
All right, top 2. Here we go. Eye Enforcers, which is
Okay.
pay 5.
I don't need that. That's fine.
Sergeant Cole.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm going to exhaust here and pay 1 to steal it.
I'm gonna be honest. This is not looking good.
Thanks, sir.
But these are my favorite moments to exist inside of a game. Mine?
Over to you.
Ooh.
You ready for the game-winning delve?
In fact, I can exhaust this one, can't I? It doesn't say it has to be a rezzed card or a forged
right,
card.
that's
Okay,
right.
I'll just put that one there. Nobody needs that one anyway.
All right. And you paid for him.
Just one, right there out of the commons.
Okay. I do declare.
That was my first action. Good luck, sir.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best.
9, 10. Okay.
Best thoughts in the world.
I will run delve your council. I can't stop it. Oh. I will delve your council.
Okay. I can shift an unforged card and engage player's grid.
You can.
We know there's a canal network. We know there's a Rory. We know there's a canal network next to a Rory.
Blueberry Detective, I agree. Saying, oh, this hits the spot. I've missed the intensity of in-game Netrunner moments.
Let's just let's do that.
Okay. I will pay 2.
You did it.
We're gonna keep cruising.
Okay, keep cruising. Do you want to do anything with this card?
No.
You don't want to trash it?
No.
Okay.
I ain't got time for that.
We get here, I've got a lot of things to do.
I assumed, yeah.
So let's just
Let's see if that corner card is as painful to my soul as I expect it to be.
pause it for a second.
Do you need me to go to the bathroom or something?
No. I'm gonna pay 3. I'm gonna res Dr. Twilight. We're gonna use an instant.
What?
Exile a card from my archives to gain 3.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow. Wow.
Gain 3. We're gonna pay 2. Res Dragon's Horde.
Holy smokes.
And then
And then we're still in the instant window before we approach.
We're still in the instant window before we approach.
Oh no.
So now your rat is a 3/5.
That's right.
Dude, you got the horde going. I love the Dragon's Horde.
It's gonna be 8.
Oh
I mean, I got it.
You got it.
You lose that Rory money though.
He's only got 1 though, so he's got to pay 3 and 2 just to even get Rory. So I'm feeling okay about that.
And you can shift it by paying 1 with the.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
but still.
Well, you gotta watch. You gotta.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pay 8.
Okay, well,
5, 6, 7. You're gonna gain money.
No.
Oh, you're not.
because then you can skip it. I don't really want you to skip it. I guess.
Well-
Would you though? There's no way you'd skip it. I'll give you money.
Yeah, you may as well. I was like, why would you not? Do the thing.
All right,
Okay,
now you can count.
Actually, I'll skip it. I'll pay 8. All right, at least get on the board. Thank you.
Hard fought. Okay, instant window here.
Now, hold on. Before we go any further, just hold the fence.
Before breach.
We know Cole cost 1.
Do I do instance first or do you?
I think
In this
active
case.
player, the person doing the thing, is first.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
For the aggressive.
But so I'm gonna be honest. I have an infiltrate in my hand,
Oh, we know it's been there for the.
so I
whole
can
game.
see 4 cards. But if I spend 1 on infiltrate and I spend 1 on Cole, and I have to have, this can do Cole now. So I'm gonna go ahead and gain a shard here.
Right. All right. I gave you an advantage.
Yeah,
There.
beautiful idea. And then 1 for Cole, 1 for infiltrate. Then I have 2, so I just have to not see a 3. Have we seen a 3? Yeah, anti-root. I cannot exhaust Roy and Bug to get a cash here. Just unallowable. Although you don't have the money. I'm gonna take a chance.
All right. Hold on. We're in instant, so don't pay any breaching money yet.
Yeah, I'm just gaining
Yeah.
this. I'm taking a chance on love. And then still instant win. So we're not there yet. I'm not infiltrating. So then I'm done with my instance. Unless this When do I play Infiltrate? After, right? Okay, after. I'm done with my instance. Trev Frog saying during a delve, the defending player plays instance first.
Okay, that's me.
That is you. Yeah.
Okay,
so act like I didn't do what I just did.
Before any of that, there's a number of things that we are going to do.
I feel like I'm having like a. I don't know. There's feelings. There's chemicals in my body I'm not used to here. What is this?
This is called playing games like me. Yeah. So I'm exhausting here to gain a cash as my first instant. Then I'm going to pay 2 to res a Telemel cluster, which allows me to stage a card. I'm going to stage a card here.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to draw 2 cards.
You did the old tricky.
Yeah, there's an agent there.
And then it comes back to you.
So now I get to access?
Now you did all of your stuff, technically. Gain your credits if you still want to do that.
Yeah.
And
And
now
how
you
many cards are in hand?
You pay to heat around 6.
Yeah, sure. I'm not going to heat you, but I will infiltrate so I can look at 4.
Okay.
And hope that you drew another agent. So the win is on the board here. I'm going to put a lot of money on that being agent gold. And then that's Dr. Twilight. So I'm basically, I've already won.
Yeah, I'm going to do the Netrunner thing. You can tell me.
Some people roll dice. I don't. I like to control my own fate. So I look at 4 cards here. It's Sergeant Cole. What is happening? Okay, I will pay 1, and I will exhaust here, and we'll get a second one. So I have 3 cards left.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Pretty solid.
You were stacked with agents.
I don't know. I'm gaining money.
I love that you get that
Barbicane?
anytime I see that.
Barbicane.
Does that count if it's in your deck and I see it? Anytime. Wow.
If it's got the eyeball.
Barbecue gate.
All right, 2 left. Fun run. That card's good. We didn't see that early.
No, we needed to see that early.
1 left. Oh man, we're so close because there's just a Dr. Twilight waiting to get grabbed.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, Rory and Bug for 2. Oh my god. That was 1 run. I did it. I did the achievement.
You did it. And
My
you're
greatest
right.
Hubworld of all time.
Agent here.
You were just loaded.
I think I saw all 6 that game.
Huh.
Yeah.
But that's the first time that's happened.
But what's crazy is to imagine this. So this agent costs 8 to steal. The other one costs 10.
You have so much time.
It was like, man.
Yeah.
I was feeling good about that.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about the agents compared to agendas is they're installable and usable. And they're expensive enough and the economy is restricted enough that like I had Roy on the table for several turns.
Yeah.
And you just couldn't take him.
It's true. And the same, like, the agents you actually get to use. It's so fun. So that was 2 out of 6. You had 4 cards, 2 agents, 6 cards. You have pretty good odds there.
Yeah. When I'm seeing 4.
Yeah.
Truck Bog says, my goodness, is this the kind of tight, exciting gameplay I've been missing out on by not playing Netrunner? That was insane to watch.
Also,
Yes.
One of the best
Anti-Ruth in the
sports to
archive.
spectator, card games to spectator.
There were a few moments I almost ran over there. But
Yeah, it
was
was
she at the
like-
bottom?
Uh-huh.
So one of the issues,
Well, it
archives
is random.
It is. I thought it was top down.
No, it's like HQ. It's random. So you take these archive cards and
The face down one specifically.
Yeah. So I was trying to slowly get cards into archive so you'd have a lower chance of hitting her. But I think I saw all 6
Well,
there.
and she's also expensive. It's
steal?
3, right?
2.
I thought she was 3. Oh, it's the red is 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Man, I 100% thought I was losing.
I feel like if you didn't win there, I've got money and a lot of accesses. What was your hand like?
I had an agent in my hand for a minute. So I had
one.
Rory down, agent in my hand, and I had an agent in my archives.
Yeah, you did it too. Dang, we gotta start checking.
That's why I thought I'd lost so long ago. Yeah, nice key, 3-pointer from half court. I thought I was way.
You didn't know I was sitting on a hand of agents.
I was almost jokingly saying like I'll do a one and done scenario.
Yeah.
And off to the races.
Let's do one more.
All right.
Do you want to do the discussion first, or want to dive right back in?
Let's do one more.
What do you want us to do?
May as well do one more. I'll change the title.
We can talk. If people want. You want to talk? You want gameplay? You want to put up a poll?
Yeah, do a poll.
Yeah, let's do a poll.
And what would we be talking about, Jonathan?
Well, sir, let me put the poll first.
So Zach has a good question. Do you still have to pay the barrier cost for a forged card if it's exhausted? So what exhaustion means is you can optionally interact with the card. If you decide to interact with the card, you have to pay it like it was a normal forged card, pay the barrier in order to get through it and then secure it. Or option, you can skip it entirely. Those are your two options. You don't just skip the barrier cost if it's forged. You either skip the card entirely or you interact with it fully.
Man, and the thing that continues to occur to me as we play these games is we're playing with preview decks.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Like, this is just like the tip of the iceberg of the experience. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wait.
I know.
I have no other choice, but I might go insane before this actually hits.
Okay.
Clockwork. Give Zach 15 minutes on that bulk box.
It's kind of funny because you don't. Oh, I love this card. I love this card. I love this card.
Oh my god. I'm no mulligan.
I don't hate
No
this
notes.
card.
Play the hand.
And then this is the question. I don't know. All right, we'll throw one aside and then we'll shuffle one back.
Jeff's saying, can you have a different secret each time you play the preview decks, or is it just one deck and two, and they play the same each time? So there's 4 different secrets that come in the preview deck, and you can play any 4 of them with the deck. The deck stays the same either way, and the 2 decks that come in the thing are the exact same. But the deck is built using essentially all of the factions. So you get sort of a smattering of what's available. And you could technically build a Hubworld deck like this. I would be surprised if this is a normal way to construct. I'm guessing it's 2 or 3 colors per, but I could be dead wrong on that.
Ooh, interesting hand.
True saying. Y'all can talk about LCGs when we're waiting forever for this game to release.
That's true. We got a lot of time to do that.
And we also have a lot of time to play between now and then. So it works both. Okay, you want me to go? Did you go first that time, or did I go first?
I went first.
You want me to start it this time?
Yeah.
Definitely seems like more Hubworld.
More hubs.
We have
More
it.
hubs.
Well, and you're on Bo Pack still?
Sure. Yeah.
I'll stick on Jaco the Snakeo. The snake has to be Jake.
This is super good, by the way. Did you read? This would have helped you last game a lot.
Gain 2 and draw a card.
Gain 2 shards. Just like an easy way to gain 2 shards during a run.
But it gives me a heat.
Well, yeah, but you have to win that turn anyway.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
Heat doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, that's fair. Here we are. Again.
Here we are again. On my own. It's all about economy.
Okay. I will. What's the keyword for
Stage?
There it is. Stage for Forge. Stage. Stage.
Stage.
Stage.
I think you have fun running your hand.
No. Perhaps. Yeah. It's kind of a game defining piece of art for me for some reason. This is a good question for you, Steven.
Go ahead.
You're going to read that? It's up on the screen if you want.
You mentioned before the first game you thought some of the secrets didn't have enough support to feel good, but outside that, do you think this shows the faction identity pretty well? Well, that's a good question. I mean, the secrets are only a tiny part of the faction. I think about, does Wizard display Anarch pretty well? And it's like, trashing cards was not actually that big of a deal for a long time. It's really viruses and destroying ice and that kind of thing. But yeah, I think so. I think the secrets give you a pretty good idea. The weirdest one is Abnus, just because it feels like the kind of ability that you really do need to build a deck around. It's not like just strictly super useful. Jaco has moments of usefulness, Bopax and Goldie both shift your opponent's behavior in a way that is good. That's always good, but they give such an obvious economical advantage. If I've got 2 heat, you saw I struggled to get above 2 heat. I made some runs that were I can pay for the heat at the end, which is usually kind of a bad sign. But if Zach's at 2 heat and I can just exhaust to get you to 3 heat, that's just like me saving 3 money, which is phenomenal. Insane. That's why Goldie is so good. So good.
I like Goldie.
Goldie is by far, if I were saying, do you want to win with the preview decks, you choose Goldie.
I feel like you're really softening the soil for our produced gameplay. I'm going to use Jayco's ability to draw a card so I can just see what we're on about.
You're going to collect.
That's what that's called?
Yeah.
Fascinating. I already spent one of these. I will. It's not stage.
It's happening.
Stage here, and then I will go ahead and pay 1 to.
Man, you get that
forge
early every
the
time.
disagreeable inspector, and then immediately use him to gain the shard back.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I'm gonna delve here.
I love that mustachioed man. All right. I'm going to. You have any instance? Instance happened before I forward, right?
Yeah.
So I forward to Barbican Gates.
Barbecue Gate.
So when you engage player may exhaust a forged card in their grid. If they do not, I gain 2 shards.
Yeah, can't do that.
So I'll gain 2.
I'm gonna pay 1 to get through it. I'm not gonna trash it. I'm gonna come to your informant or inspector. You got anything?
Nope.
Pay 2 for that bad boy.
Immediately gone. Steven can't have it.
Pay 1 for a heat.
We're cooking now.
It's a 5, but I'll take it. And
Whoops.
Let's look at the top card.
Dragon's Horde.
Good to know. And then I'll fun run for 3.
Ooh, hot diggity dang.
Compress.
Don't like it. Don't like it. My third and final thing. I will stage a card. I'll forge it and use it. Disagreeable inspector. Over to you.
He's that guy, you know?
I feel like I'm doing things here that I make me give me the impression, even if it's false, that I know what I'm doing a little.
You think you're going to just wreck your multiplayer game tonight? You're going to come in there and show them what's up?
I hope so. I do like winning. I'm just excited to try it.
Yeah.
On the conceptual level, hearing about it, as soon as I heard you had to steal an agent from all of your opponents, 1 each.
Mm-hmm.
That is so cool. Because even you can picture now, if Steven delves and destroys my stuff, it's helpful for him, but it's also opening that up for everyone else that needs to still steal an agent from me. Very cool dynamics there.
I get the back-to-back here.
You do. He's going back to back from downtown.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and forge here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and
transit station
is +2 while in the middle row, so it's currently
+2 barrier.
+2. Yeah.
Okay, so you're forging.
Yeah, I'm forging as an instant, and then I'm delving as my last action.
Okay, so then I assume you're gonna exhaust.
Exhaust to get rid of your ability, pay 1 to get through, and pay 2 to trash. I don't need to see the Dragon's Horde again. Thank you, though.
I'll let you.
Back up to end of the turn. Let's draw a card.
So that's kind of fascinating to think about, right?
Shard and card.
After the first turn, I'm at 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 shards, and I have a forged 1 cost. You have a forged 1 cost, so we're equal there. I technically have 6 extra shards than you, but you have also given me a heat, and I haven't given you a heat. How many cards are in here?
5.
And I'm at 4.
You should have 5 if you use this.
Oh, I should do that.
Yeah.
Nah, didn't I use that earlier though? I think I used it immediately.
Okay. I believe that. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I had to have done that.
Okay, and then it comes back to me. The thing is, they're just too. It's just too good. You can't.
You need to deal with them.
It's too good.
It's like so many things in life. It's a little problem until you have 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
And then you got a lot of problems.
There's a lot
You
of
can't have that engine just floating.
But now I am le poor.
Lay for.
I'm going to get a money. Or a shard, if you will. Just kind of playing around, see where the economy ultimately is in this game.
Put a card here.
Okay.
Lay pour. Razor's saying very excited to try this. Here's what I need everyone out there to do. If you receive preview decks going into this weekend and you play Hubworld this weekend, I beg you, come into our Discord, go to the Hubworld channel, and tell me what you think. I'm in love.
I'm in love.
And I want to share that with other people that feel the same way.
I'm in love.
You will get 1 gold star for showing up in the Discord and sharing your thoughts this weekend if you have the decks. Is it mine?
I think I want to. Yeah. Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Yeah. I installed it. Stage.
Okay. I'm gonna use my Jaco the Snake draw
Okay.
card. Okay. Cool. We'll install another card.
Oh, you build the mousetrap. Right?
I do not have any agents in my hand, I swear.
Okay.
Birdman saying, need the casting commentary to come back.
Ooh, well.
Boy, do we have a surprise for you.
well,
It's such a surprise that I'm telling you that I'm told the video is going to go up tomorrow. And I'm not saying there's casting. I'm just saying you might enjoy it. Steven's lost in thought.
You got to decide. It's time for choosing, as they say. My last one is going to be Money the Hard Way. Oh, no, wait. That's going to make me discard. I don't want to discard a card for no reason.
The value.
Let's go here instead. Over to you.
Just for you. Here's hoping International Shipping gets the decks here before the weekend. Needs me a gold star. Well, if it's by next weekend, you get a half a gold star. So you'll at least be heading there. I get back-to-backs here.
You get back-to-backs.
All right. We will put this card down. But I'm going to forge a shard winner. I'm going to immediately use the shard winner. It's in my my council path. So I get 2 shards. And then let's see if I got anything else worth doing. No. That's all I'm doing.
I'm going to pay 2 in Dragon Sword.
Hello.
Stand up.
And then
Cardinal
Shard.
Shard.
Alright. What do I do with all my money?
Hey.
Don't like where this is going. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Okay. That middle spot is so good for Dragon Sword.
Here we go. This is it. This is what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
play some webcam.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
When I see Frank calling for webcam games over the weekend in Discord, I'll know everything's going to be okay.
It has begun.
Yeah.
I will use are they called actions here?
Uh-huh.
To delve your council.
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
Okay. I'm assuming we'll go here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and use this.
Yeah. I'm going to pay 3 and get rid of that thing. Yeah. Because that cannot stand, man. I'm going to try to play 3.
Yeah, you go.
Fuzzy, I played. It's subtle at first glance, and once you pull the curtain back, it packs a punch. Really enjoy the game. Yeah, huge fan.
Here?
Yes. Before we get there, I'm going to go ahead and gain 2. Sure. The value. And yes, I will pay 1 to give you heat. It's 1, right?
I'm going to draw a card, and then you can pay 1, yep.
Ooh, he drew.
He drew.
There's heat in the kitchen. Hold on, let me see if I have any.
Any infiltrates?
All right, I got a feeling.
What do you got?
I love that guy. Capricious Informant.
Lizard Man?
It's not the agent. I'm not gonna trash it, whatever we call it in this game. Professor Waifu saying apparently my cards arrived today. I love that. Yeah, I love the arrive on Wednesday crew. That means you were paying attention in the middle of a Monday to order fast enough for the fulfillment crew to get that out the door on the same day and have it show up. Or it means you live like a block from our warehouse. Either one. Visitron. It's been a minute since I've had the itch to return to commentary, but this game makes me feel a certain kind of way. Yes.
I am the back-to-back now.
Yes. Back-to-back is so critical in this game, actually.
I'm going to stage a card there. This is my first section.
And that's a 3 barrier right there.
Oh, I don't know.
The transit station. Well. I have 2 left. Stage here.
Where'd you put it?
Right here. No particular reason.
Huh.
Jeff Porter saying, I ordered right away. My shipping shows they still haven't received the item. I know this could be a tracking mishap, but I'm hoping they get here by the time I leave this weekend. Yeah, a lot of times the tracking can just not get scanned up front, and it'll go from that pending to out for delivery very quickly. But I can assure you that standard orders ship within a business day from us. So if you got the notice, it got out the door and then should be there at some point. Hopefully it gets there sooner than later.
I'm going to take a look at council here.
You have 3 money?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have any instance before we get here?
Nope.
I'll go ahead and give another barbecue gate.
Barbecue gate.
So
I've got 1 left. I'm going to exhaust there. You can come in.
Okay.
So I want to keep going. Hold on. Let me take a look here. You got 1 run left. Got 1 heat. That's the question. I'll pay 1 to go through.
Okay.
And continue.
Instant
on.
window.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang. Razor's got it on his porch.
Boom.
Hey now.
Boom.
That's exciting. Well.
Thanks, Alex.
Wooly. I don't want you getting rid of my beautiful boot wearing shard winner.
I want it.
Those boots, though.
I
the
want
envy
it.
of the entire grid.
I want it.
I will forge. Well, I don't have any instance, but I'll forge. I'm going to forge a waterway ferry.
Okay.
And I will actually leave it.
No shifts. That's a big deal. That's good for me.
Where it's at.
Okay. I'll let that stand.
Okay.
Shooter McGavin style.
Play where it lies.
Play where it lies, baby.
Over to me.
Over to you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Last action, and then I back to back it.
Yeah.
Filling them up, man.
Stacking them deep, selling them cheap.
Filling them up.
It's like I'm not Goldie anymore.
I know.
So I'm not encouraged to just go right at your face the whole time.
My last action, I will gain a shard. I'm going to pay 1 as an instant to res and collect for 1. I'll pay 3 as an instant and collect for 1.
Look at that guy.
And then we're going to refresh. You want to do some stuff?
I do want to do some stuff. I'm going to go ahead and get a Dragon Sword here. We're going to instant hoard it up. And then I'll leave that, and that'll be another turn.
Stand him up. Card and a shard. Card and a shard. Don't forget your shard.
Shard's a dangerous word.
It is. Yeah. Shard. Card? I don't know. I don't think I drew 2. No, I did not. Okay, and then I get the first action.
Look at you with your economy over there.
I got a lot of economy. You wouldn't believe how much economy I've got.
My economy is huge. You wouldn't believe it.
Okay. We still feel like we need money all the time.
Constantly.
So that hasn't changed.
It's a fact of life.
Yeah. I'm going to do it. Calling in favors. Draw a card, gain 4.
Hot dang. Woo. Woo. Draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card with this. Okay. Then...
And then
I declare I'm gonna also call in favors.
whoa. Now we're getting somewhere.
Over to you.
Huh.
It's weird because it makes the cost of yours not as bad, but it also makes the cost of mine not as bad.
I know. Yeah.
And I get the back-to-back, so we'll see if I can make use of the economy more than you can here.
Huh.
That's right.
Well, let's go ahead and use this instant to draw. Okay.
Someone's asking if they were going to have the designers on a podcast at some point, maybe us. But Andrew Fisher from Earthborn Games saying we'll have Michael and Corey on the Earthborn podcast during the campaign next month, and probably many times after that. Yeah. Truck Bogs, back-to-back favors? What a time to be alive.
Like, what are you going to do? You know?
Win.
And then, okay, and then, okay. Got it. And it's wide open. Everybody hates it. Oh, that shard winner's bothering me.
I just so fundamentally understand that that's driving you crazy and that you can't get to it. Yeah. It sparks great joy in someone in this room.
Oh,
and I won't
get
say
to
any
it, buddy.
names.
I can get to it.
I don't know that you can.
I can get to it. You might shift it. That's fine. If you shift it, that's totally fine. We'll go and get everything on the board. And if you shift it, it's not in your council anymore. Then
That's
it's fine.
right.
It's a fine card.
It's not what you want to have happening.
Let's go ahead and run council here.
Here?
Yeah, so I'm going to exhaust, pay 1 to get through the barbecue gate. Then
Okay.
with the waterway ferry, as I confront it, I exhaust to give it -2 barrier. Pass on through.
All right, hold on. Before you get anywhere else, you have 5 Cashola.
5 Cashola, 6 technically
6 with the one showing.
with a lizard.
All right, I will go ahead and gain 2 credit shards.
Yep.
It's impossible. That's probably better. I will go ahead and forge a waterway fairy.
Okay.
And we'll shift.
All right.
Right there.
I don't want the 2 bad enough. Pass it to you.
Okie dokie. Let's delve on your council.
Okay.
And then I will pay 2 to get rid of Mr. Mustache.
You got it. He's out of here.
And then when I get to your hand, I'll go ahead and pay 2 to give you heat.
Okay.
And then we're looking at 2.
Access 2. Do.
They do. Les fromage. Get him out of here. Yeah.
Bummer.
Bummer. Only one boot wearing person on this board, please. Doctor Strange. Cost 3, unfortunately.
That's right. Yeah.
And I'm a fool.
It's a bummer.
I should have had the money because of the dragon's horn. All right. At the end of the turn, I'll gain a shard.
That's right. That's the best time to do it.
Okay, it's okay. We're just having fun here.
Good. And then shard a card.
Yeah, shard.
Are we ready? Oh,
It hurts my
for the thing.
soul.
Shard and a card.
Why are you the way that you are?
Okay, and now we've got to archive some stuff.
Here's a question. When you shift a card in your grid, do you have to exhaust the card to shift it? How does that work? Do you know?
No, you just shift them.
You just
Action. Yep.
That is crazy.
That's quite good. All right, then do I go first or you go first?
I go first.
You go first, right?
Can you hand me that orange thing?
Oh, right.
Zach, you want to get this one?
Alex, I'm audio only. Is there a card called Mr. Mustache? Or is that a nickname? It's a nickname for
Disagreeable Inspector.
Disagreeable Inspector.
And they hate that card.
I love
Hate
it.
it. Well,
when I have it.
Yeah. The Defender hates the card.
This is easily the best obstacle in these decks.
It's got a ability and also it's a
Just
one
a 1 for 2 is crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Right?
And you never want to paying 3 to trash that?
You
Are
can't.
you kidding me?
You can't do it. You can't do it.
Yeah, I agree. You can't do it. You know, it's kind of funny though. If I shift the shard winner, it's an action that could have been a shard.
Right.
So I may as well just not, because
It's your business.
it eventually pays out. But surely you will get in there. You know, sitting here is not that trashable.
It's not that trashable, right?
Man, you got a good card in your hand too. I gotta go get me some.
Yeah.
That's what's
I don't
happening.
disagree with
here. That is the prognosis. All right, we are going to get 2 shards.
Figured it out.
Yeah, and we're gonna delve your council.
I'm gonna go and draw a card.
All right, I'm gonna pay 3.
Lower your
Give you a
odds,
heat.
hopefully. Going to 3.
Yep. Woo!
The story of the early barbecue waterway fairies and a shard winner.
That's pretty
That's
good.
really good. I don't feel really behind right now.
All right. No, I'll pay 2 for Rory.
Oh no.
I need more money. Canal Network, we'll leave it. I get 1 more, right?
Oh yeah.
I paid for
Want
it.
to pay 5?
I don't. Eye Enforcers. All
They're
right.
expensive cards, these.
They are. How are you? Okay, so I need 3 for Twilight. Easy. This is easy.
Okay. We've got 1 cash. You could make a little Now that I'm at 3 heat, we're not messing around.
Oh man, I'm glad I saw Chubfrog say this. There's some information I have that I didn't know how public it was yet, and I've been nervous the whole time. Chubfrog saying they're aiming to have 2 boxes a year instead of packs, and that'll relate to the non-collectible expandable card game / LCD discussion at some point. That is a very different situation than monthly. I like that quite a bit because early on, 1 pack a month for $15-20 was really nice. Every LCG I've ever played, though, about 12 months in, it's just not enough cards to really make it feel like something special is happening, especially when you divide it among all the different colors and card types and stuff. So I prefer less but bigger moments of releases, definitely in games.
Okay, so if I think about my actions, really what I want to do is I want to play this, and then I want to play this, and then I want to play this. So I've got 1 free action situation here, and I've got the back-to-back coming up. Ooh, 7, 8, 5, 7. It's to 1. It's just a little light on cash. No. Okay.
Gustavo, quick, everyone make wild guesses with enough certainty that we induce leaks.
Okay. Maybe that's where we're going to try to stick. All right, so you really don't have enough money to threaten much.
I agree. So you're telling me, like, if this is exhausted, you could skip it, but if you wanted to trash it, you'd still have to pay the 1?
Yeah. And hit all of this stuff, too. Hit the whole thing. I've got a weird hand. It's a strange hand. I feel like I know what I have to do, you know? I really do.
But the question
I
is,
gotta just think about it for a second.
do you have the strength to do it?
I so do.
It's not worth the time. So if you're in the creative team and you're hearing this, don't do it. And I mean, don't do it. But a super clip of every time we've used that quote. I know what I have to do, but do I have
all the way down the line?
We had to. That's got to be like 80 different clips.
Okay.
I think like 3 this week.
I'm gonna do a very boring thing and gain a credit.
Oof. He did it.
And then I'm gonna run the bathroom.
All right. Q&A time. Anyone out there got any burning questions? Stephen laughed as I asked them. Jason Bean, I hope the crowdfunded goods are distributed by Team Covenant because their shipping team is awesome. Thank you, Jason. I'll that comment's going to be shared with the fulfillment team. They'll be excited to hear that. They really do put in a lot of work to get things out the door as fast as possible always, especially when we have something new and exciting like Hubworld, the preview deck's going up. So it kind of a lot of times the unsung heroes because they're behind the scenes doing it of all of this. But anywho, Corey saying,
sorry.
Corey saying the comment's gone.
Here's a better one.
Alex Silver, first time catching you guys live. Thanks for the content. Do the demo decks support mixing up the cards for minor deck building asymmetry, or is it advised to keep the decks mirrored as built? You can do whatever you want. I am excited to do exactly that. I do think I don't know what the proper deck building card limit per card is yet. Do we know that? Is that knowledge that is public? I actually don't know either way.
What's the question?
Like, how many of a card can you include in your deck in general?
Oh, we don't know.
I'm
that
assuming
yet.
4. That's the normal, but yeah, I would be curious if you basically split it into, all the green and purple cards in one deck and all that. But the agents are not even either. Like, I think it's 2, 2, 1, 1. So the card composition is probably not clean enough to just do
2
exactly that. 2 of any card. Okay. Well, you can mix and match to try it, but
you can't really. No.
Can't really.
No. Here's
That's
a good question
exciting.
before we get out of Q&A mode.
All right.
Where is it? There we go.
I can't see the first letter, but JM, is Tulsa going to host the first Hubworld Aidalon World Championship? That is a loaded question. I will say this. I don't know if they're having a world championship. I don't know what that looks like. I don't even know if they know what that looks like, depending on how everything goes and the popularity and stuff. But if they wanted to host it in Tulsa, and God willing, 3.0 is built and open, it would be an honor. But yeah, there's like a lot of stuff going on there. Is it mine? You did a thing.
Yeah,
that's
sure
mine.
is, yeah.
And you've done 2 things technically?
One thing.
Because I'm first. Look, they worked.
The tokens work, baby.
They worked. And I need money. And I got Dr. Twilight hanging around your hand. Don't love that, if I'm being real honest with you. Well, let's
I'm not
not.
a huge fan either.
I'm just going to. I don't want to do that yet. I want to make you earn it. Can I stage something on top of something else and get rid of it?
Override it, yep.
That's interesting, dude. Okay. I will stage a card here. No particular reason.
Okay.
If I find any Agent Coles out there, I just got to have something ready, you know?
You got to have it. That's the key to this game. We remember primarily Agent Cole.
He's just always there. There's only so many of the agents that have ciphers, and you start learning what the ciphers are and just making sure you find Auntie Anne on your last action, and you can't do it.
So far, there's only one agent you guys haven't seen
In these games here.
I believe it has a cipher.
Secrets. Got it. Okay.
JM saying Hubworlds, let's make it happen. That's hilarious. That's definitely what it's got to be called.
Very good.
Hubworlds.
Yeah, it's very good.
Install here.
All right. Well. Mr. Woolley.
Mr. Woolley.
I'll draw a card. I do declare. I've never had boards so beefy. What is this?
You really got off to the races on me here. This is bad. It's very bad.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll just gain a shard.
Okay, I've got a lot of things to do. We're gonna gain a shard. I'm already going down. We're gonna gain a shard as an instant. We're gonna pay 3 to install a shard winner.
Everybody's friend.
2. Coming in with 8. We're gonna run here. We're gonna tap. Pay 1 to get through the gate.
Hold the phone.
You got anything fancy?
Ah, don't look.
It's a Telenor cluster.
Dang it, he saw it. Son of a gun. No, I don't have anything fancy. You paid?
Alright, I'm going to encounter the Dragon Horde, pay 3.
She gone.
Encounter the Shard Winner, pay 2.
Oh, he's clearing it out.
Pay 2 for heat.
Holy smokerini.
Wow.
He's looking at 2.
We'll look at 2, yeah. I can't steal anything. But
Smooth handoff.
Okay, good. Losing the heat. That's very good for you.
Canal Network.
Canal Network. Okay. Also good.
You don't want to pay 5?
No, I don't.
That seems aggressive.
It's aggressive, yeah.
I don't know that I would pay 5 for anything unless it was winning the game.
It feels right. Okay, that was my last action.
All right.
And then I become the first player.
Sure,
Everything
card ready.
refreshes. Give me that brain. I don't have any money over there, so.
That's a bummer.
Card. I'll take the first action.
I have to get rid of a card. Hold on.
Ooh. You've got a nice little council.
That's the beefiest path I've ever created.
Because it's where, if there are agents, that's where they have to be right now. Unless you're just haven't seen them yet. Which is possible. You've seen a lot of econ and ice. So
What else is left, you know?
All right, over to me. First action of this turn.
You took my money. And you've got money.
I've got money on the board.
Not good for me.
I'm going to install here. This is really bad for my ability. A 1/4 splitter there. It's like, oh.
You can't really go
Never
trash
gonna
it.
have
Yeah.
more cards in the front row. If you're Jeremy Soren, you just trash it. Because you just have 20 money all the time.
Somehow. Yeah. Somehow Palpatine returned. Well, I'm going to smooth handoff.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of a heat and draw a card.
Very smooth.
Is this possible, or does Keith need to take another tack? I was typing, but I don't know the specifics.
Be doubling up my order then, or will you guys be doing the same thing you did with Earthborn, which is likely, hey, here's a separate pack from there. Oh, so that would be like the doubler.
Oh, I see.
I'm assuming it would work more like each player would want to buy their own expansion, or like whatever the first product is. You have a play set of cards for one person, so you can technically build multiple decks out of that. But people that are genuinely playing a lot probably going to want their own bits. So yeah, you probably want to order 2.
Cool.
Like if you play with your spouse or a sibling or a really good friend who never buys his own cards, you might want to buy 2 of them.
Love that.
Yikes.
Hey, he has his own sorcery
Yeah,
cards.
that's true.
And I assume you'll have your own Hubworld cards, actually.
Maybe. Maybe.
There's a whole separate conversation that's not even like non-collectible future, but LCG vibe versus CCG. And one of the realities of like when I play it was super deep into Fab, I had basically everything. And so I could lend decks to people because the way that was existed with the different classes and stuff. So that's just, I was happy to let Steven borrow my stuff.
Yeah, I don't like that as much. You have to pay 4. No, I do like that.
You have 1.
I have 1.
Let's go. I need money. You know?
I do. We all do. We all do.
Yeah. Stage here.
Is that money?
Could be.
All right, over to me. Am I gonna take a look-ski? It's so expensive. Let's instant draw with bow packs. And now we think.
Think.
Let's go. I don't want to stage anything. I really just want cash is what I want. I really do. Let's stage a card here. Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of waiting on Dragon's Horde for this, I'll be honest with you.
It's smart. It is smart. I remember the first couple times we played, you'd have a card that would say, you know, in your front row it's better. And by the time you drew it, your front row is full, and you're like, oh man, what was it? Yeah, dang. That's a good one. It's like, that's the spot you want Dragon's Horde for sure.
Let's go, yeah, let's go here.
Okay. I get the old back-to-back.
You get the back seat.
Well, I'm going to draw on the stage here. And then end of round, instant business.
Instant business.
Who has to do it first? Do we know? Active player, I assume?
There's somebody, but yeah. I'm going to do some stuff.
I'm going to do Roaring Bud.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm going to get a shard.
Gain 2. Gain 1. Where's that? Gain 1. So
Such a capricious lane over there. Don't like that at all. All right. End.
End.
Garden shard.
Card and shard.
All right. Bye, Jonathan.
As far as the title of the stream is concerned, you guys are good to just keep on playing.
Yeah.
Cool.
I will delve commons.
Commons. That's my deck.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Okay. Let's pay 3 for a canal network.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to shift an unforged card here.
Okay.
Just 4 to get through your hand, I think is better than
Yeah.
5, 6.
It is better.
And then 2 to get through if you'd like.
So 2, and then the next one's 3.
This is 3 bear, yeah.
So I'd pay 5 just to get in. Okay, I'll pay 2.
Okay. Any instance here?
You have no cash money.
No cash money showing.
All right. No instance, but I will pay 3.
Yep.
And then before I get to your deck, I will Rory and Bug.
Okay.
And then I will access or whatever. Discover? I don't know what the word is. You have 3 heat, so I get to look at 3.
3 cards. First one.
Yep.
Need that earlier. Second one. Don't mind that one. Need that early as well.
Holy smokes. All right. After that's complete, I'm going to fun run.
Whee!
And tell me this, can I fun run twice?
You can. I think so.
Hot
I don't know
diggity
why you couldn't.
dang.
It's very good.
Yeah, I had one in my hand and I kept thinking about using it. And then I drew the second one. I was like, I think I can play these at the same time. That is what we call action compression. Over to you.
Okay. Five to steal Rory, if I could even get there, right?
5, plus you have to deal with this.
Yeah.
And then I hope this does something.
I'm going to call in favors.
Ooh, he's going for the gusto.
I got to play long game because
Here we are.
that's all I've got.
Over to me?
Yeah.
All right, I will. That's one. 2.
Fun run.
Let's go ahead and draw
That hurt.
a card.
That hurt.
Yeah, it's very good.
Hurt me in the brain.
I will delve your counsel.
Council.
Mm-hmm.
That's this one.
This one.
Okay. Sure. We'll go for the Lion Forces.
Ooh-wee.
Now, I could lose one and give a thing in your council. I could gain some instance before this all happened to do it, but I'm just not even going to do that.
So I have to pay 3 to get through.
3 to get through, yeah.
I'll pay 3.
Okay.
And then any instance.
No. I will go ahead and gain 2.
Okay. And then I'll pay 2 to put him in the bin.
You got it.
Because we can't allow that.
And then we're here.
He goes away, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You're
And
okay.
I got to think about... If there's anything I want to do, let's go ahead and instant draw. That's a good sign. And yep.
I can feel. I'm not sure if it's
Access.
sarcasm or not. I know. We knew. I saw a bunch of cards off your deck though, so it can't be another agent.
No, you know it's not an agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
so
it probably means I'm trying
many
to
cards are in
increase
your
the
hand?
density of
how many cards are there?
5.
Asking for a friend. I'm gonna need the money. I will just look at 3 straight up. No, I'm not saying I have anything else. So, Pellmell cluster.
Do you want to trust that?
Dr. Twilight. Dang it again! No! Alright, one more. That Sly. Dang. Smooth handoff. Dang. Okay.
Probably about to see that one again.
Dang.
Back to me, huh?
Back to you.
You made me spend my money.
I did. Yeah, that was the goal.
Yeah. And spend it, I did. Oh, lordy, lordy. And you took my easy money away. I need more money.
That's how I felt. You got two informants though.
Yeah, I got two cash, on the thing, but hardly a. What else did we do?
Rory O'Connor. Hey man, good to see you. I was saying I'm curious about average game length. What are the longest and shortest games to date? I'm gonna guess that the range is probably 20 to 30 minutes on most of these games.
Okay, this is my last action. Little last action hero.
But you're taking before me because you did a double. That makes sense.
Yeah. And then I get the first action. Okay. Got it. Do I just clear heat here? Is that helpful? I probably need to go get some agents at some point.
As a wise man once said, the fastest way to lose a netrunner is not to run.
Yes, but if you don't have the money to get through,
you can't waste a run.
These waterway ferries are crazy, and I'm still going to pay 2 to give you heat. I can try to get Rory, but I need 5 to even start talking about that, and I've only got 2, 4 on the board. Poor, just poor. I don't have any money. I need fun runs. A draw maybe.
Drawing is an option.
Install that as my last.
Okay. I'll just gain a shard. And a brown. Garden shard.
I've got some instants.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna do 2 for the Capricious Informant. I'm gonna pay 1 to res Sergeant Cole and use him to gain 1.
Oh no.
And then I'll slide him back up.
There is.
There's a shard and a card.
I don't know how that occurred. We have a mild technical difficulty here. I just drew a third copy of Fun Run.
Oh, well, there's 3. Maybe you got one of mine.
There can't be 3 though.
Did you get one of mine? I haven't seen one yet.
You want to look and see if?
No, I don't.
I definitely will draw a different card.
Just draw,
though.
yeah.
There's no way I should have that again. How would that even get mixed in though?
I don't know. Maybe I threw it at you in spite.
That, I could check out.
Okay, here we go. Now we're going. Rory, fine. We've got 3 money on the table. Unfortunately, that Barbican Gate is good. My gosh, that's the best piece of ice in the game, dude. That and Canal Network or whatever. That ferries.
These two, and I drew all 4 of them.
These are crazy. Who did this? The math on this is insane.
Yeah, it's good.
This is a 3. You gain 2. I pay 1. Or
oh yeah,
I lose 1. You lose. I lose 1.
You have to exhaust a card,
but it costs 2. I mean, any card that I would exhaust also could be ice that you can just you don't have to pay it. That would be you gain 2, you gain 3.
Yeah, but you want to time it on the turn where it's not really a cost for you.
That's not always easy, is it? Okay. I want to see your hand. I want to give you heat. I want to draw some cards. I want to do it all. Install.
So we know old Twilight's hang around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 to get cold. That's what I'm looking at. And then I get to see a bunch of cards from your deck. That's
3.
You've drawn twice. I think 3 times since I last saw. So it's all clear. Well.
I need more money.
Yeah. let's put this here.
What was that? Right back there? Down there?
What is it?
What is it?
It's just a card from my deck
Okay.
in my archive for some reason. Archives path.
So Rory. So do we want to go on the Rory chase or not? You know,
Rory on the run.
I've played that game too many times.
He's so annoying. I love it.
Yeah, just because this ice is so good.
Yeah, you can't run through it multiple times.
I can't kill it either, though. I'm gonna pay 6
Yeah, I mean, with Rory, though, you have to basically delve, I move, and then delve again.
and then delve again. But like, yeah,
But you
and
can't
then
run
it's
through it
total
and
plus
then
and
run
two,
through this,
that's
and
4.
it's just an obnoxious trade.
But
you got to do it at some point.
we got to do it at some point, yeah.
Or not, technically.
And we could also just exhaust those Eye Enforcers and say don't need it, don't care.
I would love for you to exhaust those guys.
Okay, I am going to run on
Chaotic Great in the house.
the Barbican Gate.
Which one?
That one.
The barbecue gate, huh?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Army Instance Sting.
Oh, that is devilish. Okay. No instance yet,
Oh, good.
but
All right, well, exhaust here and pay 1.
yeah. Gotcha. I see. Okay. And then for my next trick. You have 4 money.
4.
Yeah. I have no instance, but I will res.
Okay. Forge, you mean?
I'm going to forge Canal Network.
Okay.
And when you engage with it, I can shift an unforged card in your grid.
Would you like to?
I would. I'd like to switch Cole with the face down card.
Oh, okay. Fancy boy.
And then it's 2 to get through.
2 to get through. So if I gain 2 to get through, I can't spend 5 to steal. So you have no reason to do that. So I will bounce off of that.
He's on to me.
Yeah.
He's on to me. And that was your first or second thing?
That was my first thing. I
Sorry.
think. Wait, did I take the first action?
You did go
I
first.
did. That was my second.
Okay. Yeah, it was either, if it was your first thing, then I haven't done anything. But if it was your second thing, then I have done something. And I did, because I put that there.
You did.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I think my choice is pretty obvious. I'll get a shard. I just got to make sure Rory's mobile.
You gotta make sure Rory's mobile.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah, we almost got there.
mobile guy.
Almost got there.
Did we decide if Jaco is the Snako or if Ace is the snake?
I think his Jaco Snako sounds so good. I think that's
Well, it's either Jaco the snake or the Ace of snakes.
the Ace of Snakes.
Oh, yeah, that's such a Motorhead song.
Same with Rory and Bug. I don't know which one's the dog. I'd like to.
Ooh.
That's right, Zach. I'm saying it's got to be an excruciating multiplayer decision whether or not to junk something or increase their heat, both of which help your opponents. Let's. James Parson, I'm super excited to get my demo decks on Friday. Heck yeah. Don't forget, earn a gold star by commenting in Discord about how you felt after you played. Gold stars are redeemable. 10 for a platinum star. When you get 10 of those, you don't even want to know what happens next.
Oh, I don't want to go to such low monies. Oh, no. I don't want to be in your situation, basically.
Poor?
Yes. Exceedingly poor. My
Just
man.
destitute.
I'm going to run your archives.
What are you doing?
I'm going to exhaust here. Wait, you got any instants before I do that? All right, hold on. Before I do that, let me get a free card. Make sure I don't want to do anything weird.
Okay. I do have an instant, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is your last action?
Yes. Yes.
I don't have an instant, so you can...
Okay. I'm going to exhaust here
Uh-huh.
and then pay the 1.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and res Dragon's Horde and get a shard,
Okay.
and then keep going.
Not that big of a deal. I'll go ahead and gain 1. And then I'll blow through the Dragon's Sword. I'm not going to trash it.
You gonna give me a heat?
I'm going to give you a heat. Pay 2.
Want to look?
Yes.
It was a transit station.
Got it. And then I'm going to use Sergeant Cole. After I complete a breach on an archive, archive the top 2 of your commons.
I get to see these?
Yeah, you'll know what they are in the grand scheme of things.
Okay.
Over to you.
So these are 3 currently.
3 to get through.
And 3
Which
times
there's not a lot of
6
instant money in my experience.
7. I need 7. I get a back-to-back, so that's good. Let's use Rory again. Cash. Let's draw a card. Let's smooth handoff.
Yep.
Lose a heat, draw a card.
It's your last action.
Mm-hmm.
Refreshes.
Refresh indeed.
Any fancy business?
Nope.
Card.
Yes.
And a shard.
All right. All right.
We're back in business. Oh, I need to discard down. Don't you forget that either, you know.
I did earlier.
Let's discard this.
All right. I am going to call in favors. Gain 4, draw, go down 2.
We love to see that.
Over to you.
Okay, so I get to do some running here. And running, running, and running, running, and running, running. Ooh, ooh. Oh, Okay. How much do I leverage that? It seems like I've got an opening here where I could just do more of those things.
Keith him. All right. The wait for this game is going to be especially long. Yes. I'm already feeling it.
How many cards in hand?
5.
1 heat. It's weak. I just can't get any heat on you this game. I'm about to do this the old-fashioned way, man.
Yeah.
I could spend 4 to get in there.
Into my commons?
In your hand.
Oh, yeah. Could be some agents in there.
Well, there should be. We haven't seen any yet. We haven't seen any anywhere.
Well, you've seen Rory and Bug.
Well, yeah. Nobody cares about Roaring Bug. They get to have 1 money forever. You did it.
It's like, can you put...
It's too much. It's just like, it's just crazy. I'm not doing it.
Don't like that, man. Don't like it one bit.
But I do also have an open archives path here, which is tempting, you know? It's quite tempting.
Yeah.
Keep working that engine. And you've got 1 left. I'm taking that route. I'm taking that route, Zach. But if I go there, I've got to pay heat, which I don't like doing. But if I go to your hand, I've got to honor Sergeant Cole, so I can't tap the informant yet. So I go to 5. I go in your hand with 1. That's weak. Nobody can do that. That's wrong. That's just not right at all. It's just entirely wrong. You know? You feel me?
I do.
I'm going to sell this here. And then I I am going to run on your art. Oh yeah, sorry, you get the one action. Sorry, I gotta.
You're back in net space.
Yeah.
All right.
I remembered you'd use calling in favor, so I'm like, oh, I get the whole turn. You got one action. Then I get 3.
Is Bopac still exhausted from last round, or
I used her. Yeah, I used him.
Okay.
All right. Let's just be crazy, huh? I'm gonna gain 2 here.
Oh yeah, these games are like 20 to 30 minutes if we're
That
just
was
jamming.
my projection.
Yeah.
And not streaming and all that stuff. I will delve your council.
This
but
one?
as I approach it, I will gain a heat, get 2 shards,
There it is.
and draw a card.
Shards and cards, he says. Okay, let's start here. I'll archive a random one from your council. Nah, I don't know. How many you got? 5 still?
6.
No way. You're gonna have to discard anyway. So I will not trigger, and then 3 to get through.
I'll pay 3.
Okay. Do you want to trash for 5?
No.
Okay. Ready to res or not?
Yes.
Let's go transit station.
Ooh.
3 because it's in the middle.
3, and then it's gonna cost me 3.
And then you can 1 to trash if you like.
Yeah, I'll pay 3 because we got to.
You want to trash it?
No.
Okay. I'll pay 1. Shift Waterway Ferry there. And then you can pay 2 to continue, or
If you saw a mist floating above me, it's my soul leaving my body. Okay, what can I do? Sorry.
you can pay 2 to continue onward. And
Yeah, I will. I'll pay 2. How many cards in hand?
4 cards in hand.
I will not do anything else besides look at 3 cards because I want Dr. Twilight and I want him now, dang it.
Got a pretty good shot, I think.
Just hope Grandma's not in there.
Granny,
There he is. Let's pay 3.
you got it.
Infiltrate.
Is that scary to see that?
Not really. Telemug cluster. Don't look at what I did on camera. All right. That's it, Mitt. You get 3 actions in a row, basically.
Well, Rory seems pretty exposed.
Just got to spend 8.
Yeah, there's a lot of cash. It's crazy. We need more money. That's the name of this game.
Yeah, just hand those decks like a thin. Let me see.
I can go to 4.
I have 10 cards left out of, I think, 30. So,
Okay, for my instance, I'm just gonna do at least 1 so I don't get Sergeant Cold. And then if I see Dr. Twilight in the archives, that's fine. I can go back. So let's go archives.
okay.
This is my next action. And you know what? Even if I see Cold, that's fine. I'm gonna go and just do this. I know you can, there's weird orders you can do them in. Okay, go here.
Pay 1.
Exhaust that to pay that, and then pay 1. Leave the
You want to
dragon-
trash for 4?
Nope. I'll leave the Dragon's Hoard alone.
Trash for 3?
Yeah. I'll access 2.
All right. Choose the order. Uh-oh, Sergeant Cole.
I got Cold. Okay, so leave him over there.
So where is he? He just
He
stays
can
here?
be face down, yeah. He stays face down.
And this goes away.
Yeah. And then I'll use Sergeant Cole to discard the top 2.
Here?
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then last
ACN 1580. I'm showing up late. So sorry if this has been asked, but I'm an old-time Netrunner player. Given the struggles of competitive LCGs to succeed in the market, why do you think Aidalon can buck the trend? We were going to talk about that explicitly.
Good question.
I can give you a we haven't really talked about it yet. But there's a lot of reasons, but funnily enough, according to my source, Andrew Navarro, former head of studio at Fantasy Flight Games, art director in the era of like Netrunner at FFG, the LCGs didn't have a success problem or even a sustainability problem necessarily. I think one of the keys to this is producing an LCG has similar time and resource costs to producing a collectible card game. And collectible card games are in vogue right now. And so if you're a company putting the effort in to make a card game, the collectible model is just significantly more you need way less players buying the product to sustain yourself, let alone success. However, I sat down with Tim from Chaotic Great. They're the creators of Gudnak, and he was talking about this idea of, and I love it. You should, when that podcast goes up, you should watch it. But finding a third way, and there have to be companies willing to make less money creating card games in order to offer that kind of experience than a collectible card game. But when you have something like FFG getting bought by Asmodee, who got bought by Conglomerate, they're of course I think going to skew towards collectible as just a business decision. So, anywho, I think there's a huge opportunity right now in that slot. And we've seen games like Arkham and Marvel Champions and now Earthborn Rangers thriving as non-collectible expandable card games in the cooperative space. So there's a lot of opportunity and potential here.
My last action, I'm going to gain a credit the hard way.
Uh-huh.
And then end of the turn. Any instance, etc.?
I'm good, man.
Okay. Stand and deliver.
I have not heard that in a while. What game did we do that on?
I don't know.
There was a commonly...
They blend together, you know?
We would say that for some game. That archive is getting deep.
Okay. And here we are, back to the top of the game.
Another thing on LCGs, and we'll probably dive into a bigger discussion next week, is it can be difficult because you essentially give a very similar experience to a collectible card game, but you make a lot less money. And so a lot of times the players want similar things you would get from a game that is collectible, even though they're only spending, back in the LCJs, days, $15 a month. As a retailer in that, like, that is very tough to do. And we learned that really quickly with Star Wars Destiny when it came out, a collectible game. It's just like, holy cow. Like, this is apples and oranges. So I think another piece of this is just the players understanding that, what's realistic for a game like this to offer.
All right, at the start of...
Side hatch saying it was Champions. We'd say stand and deliver.
Nice. Tracks. So we know we've got Sergeant Cole over there. We could have another agent or two over there.
In the bin?
As it stands.
Could be the game. You could have a run and done situation.
And we know this is a Telemod cluster. So even if you have an agent in your hand, you just use it at the last second and put it on the board. And then it's on the board. But then...
Clever. It's a good idea.
But I've got to pay 4 just for the privilege of that.
Just to force it out.
Which is horrible.
Yeah.
That's really horrible.
Yeah.
So I think if I'm thinking Netrunner brain, I'm 2 agents behind. You'll eventually get to Sergeant Cole. I'm thinking my best bet is to attack archives, discard 2 more off the top of your deck, hope that there are 3 agents in there, and then go there exclusively. And then as I'm going there, I should be able to build up a little bit of money to get over to the... And how much do you need technically here? 2, 4, 5, 9.
That's right. There's a lot to it, but I think they're doing a lot structurally that make it a lot. more sustainable for them and for players.
3, 5. Okay, I'm going to execute plan A. I'm going to go ahead and gain 1 instant. I'm going to run here.
Hold on, let's get a shard from this just in case you
Yeah.
get wily.
Just in case things get weird.
Exhaust and pay.
Exhaust and then pay 1.
And then you're going to pay 3 and give me a heat?
I'm not.
So you see 2 cards from
2
your
cards.
archive
That's
arenas.
right.
You've got 4 shards.
2 cards, 4 shards. Ooh, let's just take these 2.
All right.
Oh, well, I guess I'll do them in order. Exhaust here. Pay 1 for Sergeant
Son of a
Cole.
gun. Yeah.
And what is this one? Pay 3.
The rat.
Well, looky there. That's the right number of credits. And then I'll discard the top 2 with Sergeant Cole.
Oh no, my deck is getting very thin.
That could be a win con
You
there.
could deck
How many
me.
you got over there?
I don't know why you're asking. 5.
5. Wow. That's actually...
Yeah, it's real.
Okay, 2-2, bun. No money.
You have no money.
And like not even fake no money. It's a true no money
Genuine
situation.
no money, yeah. So this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. 2, 3, 4 is 9?
That's 9, yeah.
2.
But you don't actually only have 2.
Kinda. I have Rory, but
You have Jaco too. That's 2 more.
Jaco the Snake. Yeah, I know.
That's 5. You got 5.
I'm liking Jaco the Snake more than I thought.
I know,
did.
yeah. I think maybe we're wrong about all of our presuppositions.
You mean we didn't get it exactly right after like 5 games?
If Abnus could get... Well, no, it's still not a great ability. I don't know.
Just for yeah, Boggs was totally related to this project.
Boggs is the co-designer of this game.
Yeah. Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains. I think it's just a race to get the credits.
It is, man. It is, and I don't have any money in my hand.
Yeah, it's
No fun runs, even though it would cost me too much to even fun run. I got nothing.
But you've got 3 on the board.
Who built these preview decks?
Yeah, I'm just gonna get a shard.
I'm gonna gain a shard.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another shard.
You're getting another shard.
Yeah, dude.
You got the back-to-back here?
Yeah, I do. That's a just glorious little thing we have going here.
Install.
Steven. That's the dumb card. Oh, why are you the way that you are? Oh, it's God. I hate it. I really do.
Give me the Schitt's Creek there. Steven.
David. Oh.
I mean, who knows what it could be?
I know exactly what it is.
What it
If it's not a Waterway Fairy, I will eat the card.
That's a great bet. He will eat the card.
Yeah,
It does
man,
not-
ink and all, ink and all. Okay.
This is knockdown drag out right here, buddy.
You have 1 left.
There's no cards in our hands that just make us money.
You're out of actions, right?
I'm out of actions. Yes. Well, you're down to your last. You're down to your back to back.
Okay, let's get Rory in the game.
I need like easy marks or something. Just like
yeah,
some
I know.
easy money. I need money.
I'm gonna delve your archives,
Nice.
and when I do, I'll gain 2 and gain a heat. We're going for it, man.
Dude.
You're like this guy's cooking. Running archive, skipping the T
How
Rex.
many access?
What do you think?
How many do you access?
3. He's like, I wasn't supposed to look at my discard pile. It's Auntie Smith.
You can't lose an action. You can maybe go back there and get it next time though.
Oh dang!
Good look, man. Good look.
Yeah,
Smart bun.
You keep giving me these little tests where it's like
Smart bun.
if he can win if he's not an idiot, but that's to be determined.
All right, let's draw a card. Let's see if there's anything weird in my hand. You know that
There
might.
could be.
I don't think so. I think we've seen all the cards in the decks at this point. I don't think that's. anything that would matter here. No? I guess at the end of the turn, I'll do this.
Yeah, if you can get more cards over there so fast enough.
I'll draw, and then, okay, then everything's refreshed.
Yep.
Okay.
Then am I good to take an action here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt to delve on your
You did
archives.
it. Congrats.
Those were great games.
Those are good games.
Those were truly great games.
They were great.
Now,
Let me see your archives.
Can you
got anything in there?
see if you have 2 fun runs in your deck?
Yes, I
That
will.
may have been why you weren't seeing them. My archives?
Yeah.
Do
Do you have any agents?
no. You hit the 2 that were in there
Okay,
immediately.
Okay. What about your hand? Whole game was probably at least 1 or 2?
You know what's crazy? None.
None?
None in my hand. But look at this. There's Rory. There's Twilight.
Oh my
There's
god.
Gargala. There's Anti-Root.
No wonder I felt so behind.
But there were 3 accessible to you for a while.
Yeah. That's true. I could've
Between
got
Rory and that.
somehow. Yeah.
But Rory is just such a tough... Rory's particularly tough once someone has a board established.
Where's the economy card, man?
It's crazy.
That's so good. It's so crazy.
I felt like the early... I mean, I happen to have the cards to do it, but the Barbican Gate Waterway Fairies... And
Those
really,
things
it was
are-
the Barbican Gate with the Capricious guy.
Yes.
The Disagreeable Inspector. Like, forcing the issue here.
You got Shard Winner for a while too, didn't you? Was that the same game, right? That's the one game we just played.
I don't remember that.
Because I had to do the run down here to clear that out after I'd cleared the Disagreeable.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time early trying to get rid of your econ.
Yeah, which I
And
think...
it just about turned around there.
Yeah, I almost think you kind of need to do, but the Barbican Gates made it costly
So good.
to pay and do it, and like because it was early. These are so good early too because they don't have anything to exhaust.
Yeah.
So it's
You
just
just
so
game it.
bad.
If that hits once, you're so in the money. Oh my gosh, it's actually alarming.
Yeah, that's when
You
when
get
I was
2?
Yeah, I did get 2 once.
That's +1 credit just for putting a card down.
Yeah.
That card's like a toll booth, man, or like the other one, the pop-up window.
I felt like those early interactions. I was, when you're playing back in the day when you're playing Netrunner and you're like, I know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
It just happened. I had those cards in my hand, but I hadn't had that feeling that strongly. Where it's like,
It was like,
before
this is positive.
Before it happens, I know what he's about to walk into, and he doesn't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to force the issue res here, and then you have to go get it,
Yeah.
and then it just keeps getting bad for you.
The barbecue gates are good.
Yeah.
How about Sergeant Cole? How about Agent sticking on the board for both of us
Yes.
and actually dictating the strategy?
I love that.
Yeah, so
like
cool.
I don't want to just consistently just compare this to Netrunner, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
It's a lane running game.
Yeah,
There's only a few of them.
Just the feeling as Corp, as the agendas are either a huge liability, or I'm gonna score it immediately. Basically, is what it became.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea that we both had agents or agendas on the board, and we're using them. Like Cole he got you 2 of your points
Yeah, he got me.
because he was archiving from top of my deck,
Yeah.
and so they were out, and neither of them ever got taken.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
It's cool.
That is very cool. What everyone else out there think? Any questions for us before we're out of here? This is Hubworld. The preview decks are available for free plus shipping on the website. If you haven't already gotten some of those, I recommend it. And this game is definitely worth checking out. I'm so pumped for this one.
Don't worry if you never play this card.
Likely a trap.
Yeah.
It's a trap card.
It doesn't. I can't think of a single moment in the game
Let me see
where
it.
I want to play this.
Yeah, I was
Ever.
like, I guess I'll put this in archives to give Steven things to look at.
Maybe we're playing wrong. I'll put it in archives to give him something to look at. Very kind.
Yeah. I mean, the thing, if you want someone to have, I can see a scenario where you like force me to look at like an Eye Enforcer,
Yeah.
but it's still just not that good.
But what would it do in that case?
So without resin, you could force me to discover this. And when I do, if this card is in your grid, archive it. Archive 2 cards at random from their council.
Mm-hmm.
So without having to pay to use this thing, and it opens up the slot. Like maybe early you put it in the middle, but you want the Dragon Sword there. Even at the end there, I had like 4 or 5 cards I could put on the table without a use. So forcing you to trigger something that I haven't rezzed yet, and then doing thing. And I wonder if the Discover could even works on res cards. Like if this is already res, can I force you to discover it?
No, because it completes an encounter with an unforged card in your grid.
So you encounter, I don't forge. Then I can likely a trap and make you engage with it.
Yeah, so basically you're like, I don't want to look at that. And then I'm like, ha!
Yeah.
But you are looking at it, unless you discard 2 from your deck. into your archives, and then it's like, that seems fine. Like there's not a discover effect that's bad enough that would be like, I need to run this because it's
if
so
there was
good.
one card in the deck that had a discover that was really bad, this card is suddenly very good.
Yeah.
But I haven't found that yet.
This was my fun run. Did we say yes to that?
So there's an asterisk next to that game.
Oh yeah, that's the whole reason.
Yeah.
That's all of it. That's it. And that's all.
Man, that was fun.
That was exceedingly good.
We're going to be doing this more.
Exceedingly good.
I think we plan to play next week.
I hope so.
Same bat time.
Any questions? Were there questions?
Yeah, anything worth popping?
Let's see. I didn't see. Mostly it seems like everybody's just super hyped. I didn't see any other questions that I don't think were already addressed.
I do think it's worth talking about multiplayer for a second because they did it the right way, the smart way, which is they actually have a mechanic that makes it multiplayer instead of just like you're playing single player against three other free-for-all people. So you got to secure an agent from each player to win. I love that. But then the question, like the fundamental, do you want to trash this player's ice or obstacles
Or give them heat.
and open them up to the other players after you that now have an easier time accessing their agents? There's going to be so much calculation involved in that is very fun. I think it actually becomes a game, a played game rather than a political game.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think there's also scenarios where you could maybe stop someone from taking one of your agents, but let's say that there's a 4-player game. I might let you take an agent so that you're one away from winning, so that now everyone is coming after you.
Yeah.
Because they'll start running you to try to tax you. But it's like, actually, me giving you a point might give you some heat, essentially, not literal heat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dynamics there. I think as we play it as well, there will be things we don't even really understand that start happening. You're like, this is such a fascinating choice.
It's such a cool thing. And deck building, how did the deck building work? Can we see that?
Yeah, basically,
look at
pull your agents out. So effectively, each agent gives you a pip of that color. And so the cards will all have pips. They don't in these decks, but they will. So some cards will be like 3 blue. So you'd have to have 3 blue agents to put that card in your deck.
Understood.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
So the higher your agent kind of a single color, of course, like a 4 green card is going to be a very green card.
Oh my gosh.
But you could also have cards that have like 3 green, 1 blue.
Dude, hold on.
Whatever mixture.
This is the coolest thing ever. I didn't realize. I knew.
It didn't
I knew kind of
click
how it
in
works,
for
but I
you.
didn't.
Yeah.
I think. Do you have a? No, there he is. Okay, fascinating. So if I ran all blue agents, I would have 6 blue pip cards in my deck, which you would assume would be like crazy.
The most blue cards. Yeah.
Assuming they even have 6 blue to start, they might do like 4 max for each of the factions.
Yeah.
And then I could do 4 blue, 2 orange, or I could do 4 blue, 1 green, 1 purple.
Yeah. And I would assume you have things like Fun Run, right? That might be a 1 purple pip card.
Yeah.
So like you want to run 1 purple agent. And of course you'll want to play agents with Cypher,
Yes.
generally speaking.
Yes.
But that's a fine balance of which ones you want to run and why. But
the cool thing about that too is that I'll know based on the cards you're playing what agents you have in your deck.
that's right.
At least what you're likely to have. So
Yeah,
I
I mean,
know that I need to be ready for Dr. Spline and Sergeant Cole if I see a blue card.
Yeah. Or like specifically it could be you see a 3 blue pip and you've taken a green agent from me. And so 3 of my 5 left are blue. And you know the kind of ciphers they typically take.
Yeah.
And there's that
I do.
whole side. But I really love, again, the agents themselves being an integral piece that you actually play and utilize throughout the game. So the decision is not just points or effects from when I do score or penalties from when my opponent scores. It's also literally what cards do I want on the table, what cards do I want to put in my deck.
Yeah.
It's all very integrated, which is super cool. And because they're all worth the same, I wanted to note this earlier, because they're all worth essentially 1 out of 3. It's what makes the multiplayer work, which is you need 1 from each person instead of X number of points, kind of a thing. That's the kind of thing that you start out with a design and you click in, and then it clicks.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, instead of being worth points, they're going to be this, and they're also going to be tied. Like, I'm assuming that didn't just happen.
Yeah.
It's like starts out and you got points in your deck, and it's like, yeah, it's kind of lame to just have things that don't do anything, and then you click it in.
That's so smooth. We talk about elegant. People use elegant way too much, but that is elegant.
Yeah,
That is
it's
gorgeous.
the classic, like, making something simple is actually really hard and complicated because have to click it in over and over and over again.
Also, let me lay this on you. I love the idea that you get a metagame established where this is like the top few decks, and they have these specific ciphered agents in them, and then you come in and you run like kind of the same stuff, but you swap one of those agents into like an anti-Ruth that they're not expecting.
Yep.
And so nobody's seeing that. They're all expecting, I need this cipher to be fulfilled if they're playing orange.
Yeah.
And then they run their last click, and then they don't have the action. Then you're like, I'm the best deck builder of all time.
Got him.
Got 'em.
I love that kind of stuff where you surprise them and get them. So to
Get them. Well, thanks y'all for being here. Thanks so much for joining us. It's been a wonderful live stream, and these decks are free on our website, teamcovenant.com. You get 2 decks in a single order, so they're deck sets, and you can play exactly what Zach and I just did. If you have a friend who wants to get 2 decks as well, then you guys will have four decks to play with, and you can play a 4-player game. So I think that's it. We will be in our Discord anytime you have questions about Hubworld. We just launched that channel in our Discord, and we're happy to talk further there, and we'll see you there. Thanks so much.